That's really fair. Oh, I forgot to light my candle. Oh, man.
Okay, we're officially live on YouTube, just FYI. No one has the link yet. I have to do a couple of things to fix the thingy here. But if someone were lame enough to go back and watch the archive, they would probably see this part too. So.
They probably would. So, someone will.
We know exactly who will.
Yes, Saf, there is a Zoom invite that you've missed.
Meg, I'm going to request access to the show notes from my work email address because I'm on my work laptop.
Yeah, that's fine. I can allow that.
Okay, I think that's good. We're very live. Why can't I go back to here we go. Okay, copy that. Click on that.
Are we using Craig?
Nope, no Craig. I'm recording the Zoom call. /or I could just copy paste the YouTube video after it's done if it doesn't work. So
okay, but we don't need to do Audacity.
Nope, none of that nonsense for us tonight.
Yes.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna be like, we should record this way every time.
Oh shit! I have to redo some of this. Send.
Meg, this overview.
Listen.
No, leave it in. Please, leave it in.
Okay, I've just tweeted the link, so people might start. Oh, someone's already watching us apparently.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Also, for what it's worth, there's like a 30 or so second delay from Zoom to YouTube. So just on that, here's the link if you want to follow along. Did someone get the Zoom link to Saf?
I have not. I gotta. Guess who didn't do the show notes? The show notes. Guess who hasn't done the host intros?
There we go. Host intros.
Yeah.
I think everyone knows who we are.
Yeah, but we do the thing. Like, imagine if we didn't do the thing.
We should also throw the link in the Discord if we haven't already.
Oh, good call.
Who?
Good call. 2 people watching. Say hello in the chat. Tell us who you are. Tell us what your favorite, what's a good like awkward get to know you question that we want to ask people. Like what's the question that you've had to answer the most on these Zoom calls since the pandemic started?
I haven't really had to answer any. I've just been working with the same people I always work with.
That's fair.
This is the first time I've ever really used Zoom. So
what?
Oh.
I don't have a real person job.
Right. and the real person job you did have was terrible and made you work in person.
Yeah. Look at samples. Shit.
All my work is emails. I haven't had to talk to a human being about work in a long time, and it's great.
Wow, brag much. It's Saf.
There's a Saf.
Oh, frick. I just sent the Discord not that.
Did you just send them the Zoom call?
Danny, delete it. Oh my God.
Don't do this. Don't. Kick him out of the room.
You've royally messed up.
Damn.
I'm gonna find a good Zoom background.
You know that someone was able to get that quickly, and they're gonna show up at the most inconvenient time now.
You can delete that.
I did delete it, but I bet someone was able to grab it before I was able to delete it. Oh man!
Okay. Just say there have been some line issues at the con because I need to grab my tea, so I'll be a couple minutes late because I forgot I left my tea downstairs.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Just make us some shit about a con.
We don't even have to address it because
it's funny how Saf
video right now.
Did we not mention to Saf that we're live? Did we forget to mention that part?
Oh shit, Margaret, no. Oh.
I wonder if there's a way that I can turn on
Chef, what are you talking about?
waiting room. Hey, anyone on YouTube Live, if you know how to turn on the waiting room on Zoom, let me know. It's like anyway, how's everyone's con going?
You know,
Great.
about the same. Didn't eat. I have a clear liquor. Slept terribly.
Smart.
You know how you do.
Thank you.
Oh, it's empty. Why is it empty?
Yeah. Sneak cameo appearance by Grandma Rendar.
I didn't realize she was doing
Hey,
that.
Ben is here. Thomas here. Jeffrey Kramer. Who is that?
That's dinner leader.
Which Ben? BYN or?
Funny. And no, I don't think it's BYN.
No, BYN is not even here. So disappointed.
Surprised though?
Oh, Austin's here.
Austin
Austin of the Space Jam fame.
Oh yeah. Mika, we got Dylan. It's so good to see you all. Thanks for coming to the show.
It's Emily.
Oh my gosh. Did you think that Emily was gonna come? I didn't expect that. Oh my gosh. I'm a little nervous now.
We're so popular.
Oh my gosh. Yubsy is live from New Zealand.
We'll never live that down.
It's true.
Hi, Sasha.
Benergizer is not interested in being confused with Ben for a Y. Ben with a Y.
Yeah, do not want.
I'm not looking at the chat. I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to. We got it. If dating.
Live look at the writing of the host intros. While we're waiting, tell us in the chat, what has been your favorite panel of Star Wars Celebration Anahome so far? Have any of you made it to any panels?
Or do you just wander around the dealer's hall endlessly?
That's usually how I handle cons.
Yeah.
Heath, Ash.
Heath, you have to talk, right?
My computer broke. So no. Unfortunately.
I haven't had anything interesting to say.
It's never stopped you before.
Oh.
Damn.
No, I didn't go to any panels today. I was at the bar with Meg the whole time.
Yeah, we were. Long Islands.
Typical.
That's what we do before terrible Star Wars things. We pound Long Islands.
Several of them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Well, Ben says the lines are really bad staying on the show floor today. Jess said, hey, hoes. I can't tell if Jess is calling us hoes or if it's a typo and she was like singing a song.
I'm okay with being called a hoe.
Emma waited in line for 50 minutes for the merch store. How did you get in so quick, Emma? Holy cow.
That's actually really quick for the merch store.
Seriously.
I waited in line for 3 hours.
Very fast.
I wanted to die. Heath,
Tom the fanboy is watching Baby Yoda sing K-pop. That's pretty cool.
Heath, you need to move a little bit. Yeah, because you're covering up Claude, not Snacks. There we go.
No, other way. Too fast. Slow down.
Oh my god.
Too much. I feel like we're at a rave.
Flash meme. What is happening?
I'm gonna flip the image in Photoshop is what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Oh man, if we had planned better, we'd all have matching podcast stage backgrounds.
No, I got my boys in the background.
That's true. It's true.
Got Chopper. Who's providing some lumbar support right now? Why? Is somebody trying to call me right now?
Is it Ben?
Oh, there was a panel with the whole cast of the Bad Bitch television series.
I love Bad Bitch.
Exciting.
We'll probably get a Mandalorian trailer tomorrow, right? At the Mandalorian panel.
Hey,
I feel like it's one of those things.
Remember when we didn't think that the Mandalorian was going to be good?
Now it's the only good Star Wars. What a time. I feel like people have been guessing that there's going to be a Mandalorian trailer every day for like the last month and a half, which is like, I mean, that's one way to be right eventually.
Well, we're either going to get a Mandalorian trailer or we're going to get an announcement that it's been delayed relatively soon, I would imagine, because it's coming out in like October, something like that.
Yeah. I feel like they would have announced it by now. They apparently declared Dave Filoni king of Lucasfilm. That's going to be a problem. Filoni. Would be... Okay, we have made our stance abundantly clear. Welcome to Rogue Podron.
We're getting into it early.
Listen, I just found out about the World Between Worlds, and y'all lied to me so much about season 4 of Rebels. World Between Worlds, not interesting. Ezra doesn't willingly go off with Thrawn to hang out with the space whales. I was under so many false things. Twitter lied to me.
Ben Newton says that they have recast Pedro Pascal with a white brunette English woman.
I quit Star Wars then.
That's unsurprising.
I quit.
Tomorrow at midnight, they're showing the Tross Snyder cut at the Marriott Ballroom.
Oh.
Can you imagine if Tross was longer?
I mean, I'd be okay with that actually.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. As I was saying it, I was like, wait, no, that would make sense since everything was so rushed.
Right.
What would the Snyder cut of Tross even be though? I have to admit, I don't know anything about Snyder.
45 more minutes of Claude scenes.
Oh, I'm in. I'm down.
Mm-hmm.
Even less of Rose. Like even less than we already got.
Wow.
And then Rey would be in Princess Leia's bikini for some reason.
How could there be less of someone in an extended cut?
It's like not only did they just extended certain scenes and then they deleted all the others.
It's just like Dominic Monaghan is somehow like a main character now, and we're like,
yeah.
Listen, if I want to watch him, I would watch Lord of the Rings, which I do often. Therefore, doesn't need to be in Star Wars.
Disney just decided to turn one of their stakeholder calls into a whole panel. It became standing room only, and I barely got in. Wow, good job on getting in, though.
Yeah.
Half an hour of the party sinking into the sand. Force Ghost Paige Tico. Do you think Paige was a Jedi?
She could have been. There's nothing contradicting it, right?
Is that how she like got Zero there to save her?
Yeah.
Wait, did you say Paige?
Yeah.
You said Paige. Yeah.
She like summoned Zero with the Force.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's the extended cut that I want to watch.
Right.
Is just the Zero the Hutt cut of the opening scene of TLJ. It even rhymes. The Hutt cut. I'm gonna start a hashtag.
It's hashtag
release the Hutt cut.
Yeah.
Remember when we used to do hashtags? Remember that was a thing?
I do not remember hashtags.
God, that was like in our first season.
Well, a lot of things have changed since then. This is season 18. 17?
18. Yeah, this is 18. Welcome to season 18, everyone. How exciting. We're now legally able to drink.
And we are.
No, not safe because it's the middle of the day here, but and drinking caffeine, it's also a drug.
Heath, not everything is so Americocentric.
That's true.
Austin says it's been a great 18 years.
Oh, it's the chat. I'm gonna go to it.
Odie says more Hutt butts in the Hutt cut.
No.
Yes.
And but we have to make it so then Diego Luna has to make a cameo because he gets
so he can touch the Hutt butt.
Yeah.
Hashtag let Diego Luna touch the Hutt butt. That's a good hashtag.
That's a great hashtag, actually.
I think we've just cracked the plot for Cassie in season 1.
We
connected the dots.
It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Yeah, truly. Cut rhymes with cut, rhymes with butt.
Exactly.
That is poetry.
Oh, Heath left. Bye,
I guess we
Heath.
lost Heath.
That's the problem because I locked the meeting so no more randos would pop in. Oh,
Oh.
I guess Heath is able
there
to come
we
and
go.
go. All right, good.
Who? Jess, shut up.
What'd she say?
She said 7th celebration. Come on. What is a con without someone being late? What is Rogue Podron without me being late?
The thing is, Saf, they don't know that part because we have a good editor.
Oh
It's
yeah,
Danny.
that's true.
Danny's
Hi everyone.
the good editor.
I just
That's
have
my thing in Rogue Podron.
little
always
Rogue
late.
Podron behind the scenes. I have like 20 clips of Saf saying like generic things that I put into the first 10 to 15 minutes of the episode until she shows up. Heath departing would have actually been on brand.
Heath falling asleep on the call.
I did that. I did that at the live show in Chicago. I walked out.
I know.
I do remember that, yeah.
And you fell asleep during Rots.
I did fall asleep.
You fell
during
asleep
that
hard
commentary.
during
Yeah,
Rots.
Saf left. Heath fell asleep, so it was just me, Ben, Meg, and Danny.
It was great.
Wait, when was
Great.
this?
When we did Revenge of the Sith commentary.
Oh yeah, that's right. I had to go do something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, stop being
Oh,
fun so I can finish.
hang
this
on,
hosting
everyone.
shows.
Greg is here.
Greg, you made it.
Wow.
Well, he had to because I bullied him about it. He couldn't. not be
Greg.
here.
And
Hi,
Greg
Greg.
said ahoy, which is the
Ahoy,
first
hoy.
person at this live show so far to say ahoy.
Wow,
I just feel like
that's
that's
a record,
important.
I guess.
That's important to point out.
That's a cool stat to write down for episode 200 clip show.
Look, Abby. Look, if you expect it, it's not going to happen. Okay.
Tom, Greg Grunberg would never be invited to one of our panels.
No,
Come on,
this is
Tom.
the good Greg. This is the Greg we like.
And there's only one. Sorry,
There's
new
only
Greg.
one. There's only one good Greg.
I dated someone named Greg. He was terrible. But
Hey,
our
bro, in the
names
audience,
rhyme,
please
so it
ignore
was
me
cute.
while I move my computer around. I want to find
You
better
dated
lighting
Greg
because-
Grunberg?
I did not
was
date
just
Greg
lighting.
Grunberg.
We are starting this rumor right now.
Oh my god. You know what? All right.
I'm on it.
Thanks, Heath.
Oh fuck. I legitimately still get people asking if that's a real picture with me and The Rock. Because it's still my phone like screen. And I'm like, I'm literally in a seal pool. Like, I don't understand why you think this is real.
Liam is trying to start the animosity early. He says, does that mean that Skyhoppers is stronger since everyone in Skyhoppers made it through Rots and only 3 members of Rogue Podron made it?
I mean, I'm not on Skyhoppers anymore.
Yeah.
So
Right, so 100% of the Skyhoppers hosts who made it through the Rots commentary.
Yeah. Ben.
I can't argue with that, honestly.
Yeah, Ben could, yeah. I don't know the context for this, but I feel like it's worth mentioning that Nicole has just said, OMG, meat.
I don't know if I know the context for that either.
Oh, I love meat.
I think the context is that Meg dated Greg Grunberg.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's good to be here. It's good to see you all. Thanks for coming out. This is the part where like I would ask you all to like cheer or applaud or something.
I can't see anyone, Dan.
Oh, the meat. Is there meat in the hot dog bun? You know. Chicago memories.
Got it.
Yeah.
CC 60 minutes.
You fucking tagged 60 minutes. I was out. I was dressed fancy. We were celebrating our anniversary, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Oh my gosh, they're all clapping for us in the chat.
Oh,
I wasn't even there, and I still knew everything about it because Ben texted me as it was happening.
Play by play.
It says a lot about Star Wars Celebration Chicago that the highlight was a picture on Twitter of a shitty hot dog.
And a video of Danny on the floor between the beds, and then me going, "Danny, where are you on the floor?"
oh, that's very high up.
That's just
All
where I
right, there we go.
slept.
Oh no, my browser shot.
Abby Gleason says, boo, except to Meg.
Oh, thanks, Abby.
Jeffrey Kramer says, Meg, it's celebration time, so that makes it our anniversary again. I don't know who this Jeffrey Kramer is stepping in on dinner leader's territory, but we're gonna have some fisticuffs.
I mean, the timing is
take a
better
step
because
back.
he was here last weekend.
Oh, Charlie just said he was promised beautiful people, and we did not disappoint.
Is it because Akbar's in the background?
Yeah, probably.
Sexy.
No, it's because
should I
you look
grab
like
my
a
big
sea
beads?
goddess right now with a tiara. I mean, you
And-
always look like a sea goddess. It's just especially sea goddess.
A
Yeah, I'm bringing
Pokemon
the
sea
game tonight.
goddess. Because you got your Pokemon headphones.
Big Beebs is also here now.
Danny.
Spud is sleeping downstairs on the beanbag.
I took a second and I was like, no, Danny, this is Kirby, as if I was going to answer you seriously. And I'm really upset. Very, very upset.
Oh my gosh,
Oh.
I'm so excited about how many people are here. It's so hard. You like put these things out on Twitter and you retweet and retweet and retweet,
They're
and you just
Digimon
never
headphones.
know.
Oh yeah, I should tweet it. Oh god, my laptop is so
You know
high
what,
now. I'm
Heath?
probably gonna
I'll
knock
allow it
over.
because I love Digimon.
Digimon's good shit. Copy.
It's good.
Also, I apologize also in advance for me playing with my fringe the entire time because lockdown means I couldn't get the fringe trim I was meant to get, so it was getting very long.
Hashtag French trim.
Hashtag fringe trim. Anyways,
Akbar
wow,
and
I can't
BB.
believe Lucasfilm let us back on the podcast stage again this year. How exciting.
honestly,
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's a huge honor.
This official Star Wars Celebration sanctioned podcast stage event that's happening right now.
extremely sanctioned.
Oh no. Meg, a new idea for you from Odie. Is an Ak bra like a seashell bra, except instead of shells, it's 2 Akbar heads?
Maybe. I feel like I'll need to workshop it.
We might get a surprise.
Or is it Akbar in like fancy lingerie, which I would also be down with?
What if it's fancy lingerie with 2 Akbar heads?
Hold on, Tom. When did I date Toro Calican? I do not remember
Who is Toro Calican?
That asshole from
that
Mandalorian.
asshole from Mandalorian
Oh, yeah.
episode
6.
6.
I think that was probably a Podrolorian joke.
Oh, probably.
Wow, I call out a Podrolorian.
Or because I was the only one who remembered Toro Calican's name when it came up again recently.
Tom the fanboy is the only one that actually listened to Podrolorian, so that's a joke for one.
Podrolorian is amazing, though.
It is. Arguably
Because-
better than Rogue Podron.
Podrolorian.
I get to use my-
That is almost exactly the same as our normal show, except it has more rootin' tootin' in it.
It has so much more rootin' tootin'. I
It's got-
sometimes have a accent. Can't tell you what the accent is, but
There's
it's
an
an
accent of some kind
accent.
happening.
It's got 100% more granny slapping, which means it's at least a little bit better than Rogue Pod.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
Granny Slapping's always a good
so
time.
much granny slapping in the Podrolorian.
There are times when I'm talking on a podcast and I'm like, I hope to God my grandma doesn't hear me from the other room.
When you say things like granny slapping.
It's not Granny Rendar slapping. Like, I feel like that's very clear.
See, the thing for me is knowing that people in my flat are listening to me make the weird voices I have to make for a Podron. That's the thing that gets me. Like,
Okay.
I know they know I'm weird already, but the weird voices are a bit much.
Yesterday.
Oh, Sasha was a Podrolorian fan before a Rogue Podron fan. We got one.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, that's
shit.
so cute.
So many
Podrolorian
things just
actually got
happened.
someone. Swara just said the Podrolorian is better than the Mandalorian, and I will give you that. That is true.
Oh, Swara.
At least episode 5 was.
Episode
Which
5
episode was episode 5?
And 6.
Oh, wait. Yep. Yeah, I got
5
it.
and 6.
I don't like Tom. I don't like Grendar at all. You can next time keep that one to yourself.
Keep that one to yourself. Shit. Sorry, you keep being fun, and so I can't finish the host intros.
Okay, so Rogue Podron has got to try not to be fun.
Okay, everyone
Yeah.
make a straight face.
Impossible for a lot of you.
I can't be straight.
Yeah, I was like, excuse me.
I said that to my manager recently. He said, what did he say? He said something about like doing something straight or something like that. And I was like, bro, I'm never straight. And he looked so confused for a hot second. Whereas all my other workmates laughed because they got it. I am funny.
Especially when you
It's-
say things like,
The audience is laughing. For sure.
Charlie,
Audience.
I did see the new Squadrons trailer, and it's very good.
Oh shit, I need to watch that. at some
And I'm
point.
very happy for my boy.
Plo Koon?
Wedge Antilles.
Oh.
Meg,
The other boy.
focus.
I have many boys. That
Good for
sounded wrong.
you.
Never mind.
Yeah. See, is that what your grandma's gonna hear and then have questions about?
You have many platonic boys, right?
Also,
Ash?
yes, many platonic boys. Also, my father was asking me a lot of specific questions about this. So, Dad, if you're here, show yourself so I know that you're here.
BGJR.
Oh
BGJR in the house. He's gonna be our special guest for this episode.
I'm about to say, I should say
EGJR.
this to my sister to come watch, and I was like, no, my nephew would watch, and that is not good. He is too young for this.
Oh my god.
He is
EGJR.
turning 2
Odie.
next week, though.
Don't put that out in the universe. Wedge does not need to hit on Hera. That
Oh
is
my
not
gosh.
okay.
But he
Oh.
so does.
That's pretty
Oh,
good though.
no,
Right
the
before
problem there is Kanan isn't
Kanan
presumed
walks
dead, he is
back
dead.
in. Is he? There was a lot of funky stuff going on in season 4, is all I'm saying.
That's true. But I'm pretty sure Kanan is just straight up dead, not presumed dead. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if he starts flirting with Hera, then we know that maybe Kanan will come back.
Yeah, that's how you know.
how you
If
know.
Wedge flirts with Hera, that's your first clue that
Wedge
Kanan is
brings
still alive.
flowers to her apartment. We know that's the day that Kanan will return.
Yeah.
I did it.
Oh, Emma traveled so far.
Thank you, Emma.
Oh wow. Is Emma's not the furthest one.
Wedge hits on Kanan's disembodied voice.
I mean, who wouldn't? Honestly.
Okay, Tom checked the wiki. It's really early in the Podron episode. Fake Ripley babysitter. Meg said he worked for Microsoft or maybe EA.
Oh, no, that is true. He does work for Microsoft. Or maybe EA.
Right before Meg explained the cowboy patois.
I've dated so many people who work for Microsoft.
I honestly lucked out that I haven't.
I mean, I also lived in Seattle, so
Well, I work in game
That'll
dev, so
do
like
it.
it's really hard to avoid people who are like that, even if they don't technically work for Microsoft. You know,
Yeah, that's fair.
I did
Especially
wonder
because
why your
Microsoft
old
owns
nickname
Halo,
used to
so
be
there's like
Microsoft.
a good chance there that I would date someone from Halo just to be like, hey, can I meet my
Danny!
voice actor?
Never
calling you
say that
Microsoft.
again.
What did Danny say? I missed that.
I'm offended.
What'd you say?
I said her nickname used to be Microsoft. Should we start?
I hate it.
Is that good
I
energy to start this with?
I hate it. I went. Greg was one of the ones who worked at the Microsoft. You
Not
tweeted
this guy.
it. God damn it.
Frank
and-
Grunberg?
Yeah, and there was a T-shirt that said "I know HTML," and then in parentheses it said "How to talk to ladies" or something like that.
Oh my god!
And I was like, oh, like how to meet ladies, and I was just like, no one is allowed to wear this shirt because anybody who buys and wears this shirt doesn't know.
yeah, that is one of those shirts that you know the thing about like shirts answering questions. That one answers a
Yes.
question they don't want answered.
Yes.
Wait, Daniel, what's your Discord name?
I think it's just Danny. No, it's Rogue 6, right? Aren't our
Not
Discord?
you.
Not you.
Wait,
Oh, but
what?
you used my in trouble name. I thought I was in trouble.
No, not right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Not
catch 22.
you.
Oh,
Okay.
Catch!
Okay, hi.
Oh, hey. You have a people name.
Wow, I couldn't believe Kitch is a human.
Wait, you're telling me Tom's last name isn't the fanboy? I've been deceived.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he legally changed
No,
it
that
to
one is. That one's true.
Legally changed. Yeah.
Odie McOatface is definitely on his birth certificate.
That's the rule when
Hey.
you sign up for Discord.
Remember when it's Halloween and then Odie changed his screen name to like Bodie, but we just kept reading it as Booty instead. That was a good time.
That was back in the olden days too, I think.
I was listening to some old episodes today
Nice.
to get ready for tonight.
What's your
speaking
favorite
of-
Rogue Podron episode? Shout it out in the chat. Sorry, go ahead.
It's fine. Mine is Trailer Tubbies.
I forgot about that one.
Never forget. It's 30 minutes of us before we even get to the tonight on Rogue Podron.
If Good Omens can do it, we can do it too.
Oh, Good Omens is such a good show.
Austin's is the Space Jam commentary, which is fair enough.
That feels like recency bias. I'm pretty sure it's the only episode Austin has listened to, and not because he did so intentionally.
He was just there for it. Hey, what do you mean none of them, Abby? Is it because it's all of them?
She used to balance
Yeah,
out
how
Greek
could she
saying
pick?
all of them.
My favorite one was the one when I didn't realize I was going to be, it was Heath's last episode before paternity leave. And I didn't realize I was going to be on an episode because y'all told me
surprise
it was a
baby
business
shower.
meeting. And then Danny or Meg sent me a message that was like, hey, get on Skype right now. And then I was on Skype, and 2 minutes later, it was tonight on Rogue Pod. And then halfway through, I put in the chat, am I on an episode of Rogue Pod right now?
You are.
That's how we get someone. That's how
how we
that's
do.
how it happens.
Take that as that's a good point, listeners. If you ever get a message from us that says "Get on Skype now," you might be being hazed into becoming the next host of Rogue Podron. So
Don't give them hope. We're not.
You're right,
We're
I
not
should
taking
give
any
them
more
hope.
hopes anytime soon.
that's not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen. 6 is too many.
Oh, so many. Okay, let's do it. Let's do this.
Thanks, Liam.
I also liked it when Ash joined.
I love. Yeah, Ash joining was a good episode.
It gave us someone who knows about Star Wars.
Someone who knows about Star Wars, it's not like buried deep in my subconscious, and it only comes out like when I'm asked a very specific question. Ash just knows about Star Wars.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Oh god, I have so many windows open.
Oh yeah, I should open the show notes.
Oh my god, Saf.
Look.
This is also very normal, listener.
Fuck, I'm just gonna open them on my phone.
Let's see if I can arrange enough. Oh god.
Who's on interrupting duty tonight? Is this Saf's turn in the rotation?
What if it was nobody?
No, that doesn't sound right.
That's
Suspicious.
Oh,
Okay.
Tom the fanboy is reinstalling Skype. Tom.
no.
We don't use Skype anymore.
We don't even use Skype calls.
Malai would like to know if the chat can interrupt the host intros.
I'm just gonna put my notes over the chat then. It won't matter. I can't believe we're gonna leave it like that. We're just gonna leave it like this. Okay.
Yeah.
Tonight on Rogue Podron. Man, I don't fucking know. Depression is bad. Empty inside. I'm gonna drink, and there's no place like Anahome.
Woo!
This is a wild ride today.
But we all made it.
You're all in for a treat tonight.
Hello, listeners. Welcome to Season 18, Mission 1, Episode 144 of Rogue Podron. Obviously tonight, well, not obviously, I guess if you're listening to this after the fact, it's not obvious, but we're doing a live show from Star Wars Celebration Anahome. And so shout out to everyone on the YouTubes who is joining us for the live show right now. Thank you for coming out.
Seriously, okay, we should have our audience cheer so everyone can hear that it's a live show. Everyone cheer. Oh, it warms my heart.
Oh, it feels so good. That sounds so good.
I love
I'm
conventions
happy
in
to
2020.
pick that up, but it was resounding.
I'm happy because I can say, can I get an F in the chat and actually get
And
an F
people
in the
can put
chat.
F's in
Oh
the
my
chat.
god! Oh, this is the best. This is the best news.
That's the best part. We can put F's in the chat.
Oh, 2020 is saved.
Put the
Yeah.
F in the chat.
Extremely. Oh my gosh. Maybe that'll help. There we go. Yeah, so
The
For
chat right
every-
now is a combination of woo and F.
That's my kind of chat.
that's about right.
Isn't that just how
Things
it
have
goes?
things have escalated
I
quickly
feel like
here
I
on Rogue
crowdsourced.
Podron.
What the fuck is this, people? It's a BB-8, but it's got a hole in the back. What does it mean?
It's a storage
please help.
compartment.
It's a
For what?
I think you know what it is, Seth.
There we go. Anyone who
You know
gets
what
that
that
right, I don't know, you win something.
We'll figure it out. So if you are listening to this after the fact, or if you're watching the video after the fact, if that's a thing that we're going to let people do, it's undecided at this moment. And it's undecided because Danny's doing it, and therefore I don't know what's up.
We're gonna do that thing you said.
So you can watch the video. We're doing this live because it was really sad that we don't get to actually be in person in a gorgeous mansion that has fountains on the property and like giant clawfoot bathtubs, and I'm really upset that I'm not there with my family right now, but it's fine because we're doing this instead, and y'all get to enjoy it as much as we get to enjoy it. And if you're I don't know what I'm doing. If you're listening to this after the fact, I hope you enjoy it. It's gonna be an episode of Rogue Pod. And you can like pretend that you're there and that this is live. And you can just shout at your computer or at your car or wherever you are when you listen to this, as I assume you normally do during your episodes. So before we jump into some main discussion for today, which we're not going to tell you what it is yet, a quick reminder of your hosts. If Danny Rogue 6 was an Animal Crossing New Horizons NPC, then they would be Blathers.
Blathers, yes!
Obviously, they would open a free, beautiful museum, and you would just want to bring them specimens to make them happy.
With a lot of really questionable ethical practices going on behind the scenes.
Very questionable ethics,
but
it's okay.
Cool ass museum.
Yeah,
cool ass museum.
I got some nice fish, so
yeah.
Come see the fish. And like 3 paintings at this point, so you know.
Oh, you're doing good.
Yeah, it's great. Heath, Rogue 3, would be Tom Nook because he has a child to feed. Pay your bills.
Give me your money. Come on.
Pay back your basement loans. I know you have 9 million bells in the bank.
I paid back my basement loan. Nobody look at me.
I'm not even charging you interest. Just give me the money back.
Ash Rogue 9 would obviously be KK Slider because she's a professional musician and also dogs.
I would have been so mad if I was anything other than KK Slider.
It wouldn't have been right.
I was sitting here being like, who is Ash? Who is, like, I completely forgot about KK Slider.
I have genuinely no idea who I'm going to end up being here.
Seth, Rogue 7, would be Gulliver because she would just wash up on beaches and charm her way into getting help.
It's true.
Oh my god, that picture of Seth, the weekend of Danny's Forever Festival, hanging off of the couch, is Gulliver.
Heath, you got to get on that.
Big
That's
Gulliver.
such a Gulliver move. Big Gulliver energy.
I have huge Gulliver energy. I mean, that's how I made it to Celebration the first time. I just watched up on the beach of California.
Yeah, and we're like, oh, it's Seth. We gotta get her.
Charm my way to get to Anaheim. You know how it is.
It's true. And I'm Meg, Rogue Leader, and I'm Celeste because I'm a cute queer owl who is really into astrology. I
was gonna say, if you're not Celeste, I'm gonna go on strike. Danny.
Danny, where's the segue?
Speaking of cute queer owls, I have a question. I have a cute queer owl right here. I have a question about Star Wars. And so the way we do this for our live shows is that the question that I'm going to ask the hosts now is also going to be our listener question at the end of the episode. So you now have, let's be real, probably like 2.5 hours or so to percolate on this question.
Percolate?
Percolate.
Percolate.
So pergol on this. Pretty straightforward question. Who's the sexiest Jedi Master of all time?
Plo Koon. No. Yes. Plo Koon.
Well,
I mean,
and don't
getting mixed signals from you, Ash.
Don't put it in the chat yet,
Yeah.
because
Wait till
we're
the
gonna
end.
No
come
F's
back
in the chat yet.
and read this.
Yep.
And so we'll ask you later to put your things in the chat so we can read
Do
them.
we have to answer it now, or can we answer it later?
But don't just give one word. You also have to explain why you think that they are the sexiest Jedi Master.
Don't put it in the chat yet.
Yeah,
Charlie.
no, it's-
Pay attention to directions.
They're on a lag. They haven't heard that yet.
Oh shit, that's right there on the leg.
Anyway, we'll ask. We'll ask for you to put it in the chat because we're not going to scroll up. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm not going back to the beginning of this.
This
chat
is
to
Heath
find
we're
your
talking about,
answers.
y'all.
Yeah, we're not gonna.
I'm gonna read what's right in front of me, and that's it.
I mean, you hardly do that.
Sometimes not even that. Yeah.
I feel like there's a mini episode of Lousy Beautiful Town happening in the chat right now, actually.
Yeah.
Jess and Abigail back and forth here.
Right. I mean, I don't need to think about it because I know who my answer is, and it's
it
Kit
is.
Fisto. Because Kit Fisto has 12 prehensile tentacles on his head. And I think that's all the explanation we need. But he also has a banging body and like the best smile in the galaxy, and will
And
protect you. Extremely good at that, and is a very pleasant color to look at.
And he has Fist in his name. Like, how can you go wrong?
Truly. So, like, born to be the sexiest Jedi Master. Amazing.
My answer is none of them because the Jedi suck. Is that a legit answer?
No.
Is that an okay stance to take for this episode?
No. Give us a real answer, Danny. Come on.
I really don't have an answer prepared. I didn't think about this one.
It's your question.
Yeah, I made it up like
What was
a
it
minute and a half ago. What's your answer? Oh, okay. Yep.
That picture cropped weird.
What is happening?
That is Yariel Poof in every family photo, though.
It's hanging out with Yariel.
It's just the neck.
But I mean, come on, that neck.
Horrifying.
It's got it. I mean, that's my answer, and that's my reason.
Yeah.
I might have to say Finn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
Finn.
Finn Star Wars.
Finn Star Wars?
In Star Wars. Fair enough.
He's from the sequel trilogy.
I have two. It depends. If we go by the Jedi Master that truly got me into Star Wars and is the reason I exist now as I am as a human, it's Obi-Wan.
Okay. I was like, how is this gonna end?
Is Obi-Wan your dad?
No, Obi-Wan.
It kind of sounds like Obi-Wan is your dad.
What? Why is he my dad? That's weird.
He said he's the reason you exist.
No, the reason I exist as I am now.
Right.
Like her
Like the dad.
awakening, her
Yeah,
Star
like
Wars
Me
awakening.
being into Star Wars in general and just being a fucking nerd is Obi-Wan, 100%.
Mhm.
But also speaking aesthetically, Alyssa Cara is really hot because she's a blue alien lady who has a French accent.
It's Plo Koon because I like his little like mandrel things.
They're very cool.
I have a question about that later.
I saw in the notes it was like Ash go into detail about Plo Koon.
Oh, we're gonna need some information.
Oh my
Don't worry about it.
See, I'm now understanding why we've always just focused on his neck, because his face is horrifying.
Yeah, it is.
It's like Voldemort.
Like, sexiest neck in the galaxy, but man, it stops
That
there.
face is. Oh.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's
god.
Pretty bad.
I've also
Making it
been
up.
Keith.
I've been corrected in the chat. It is of course Finn Dameron. You're right. I
Yeah.
forgot that he changed his name after the wedding.
Yeah. I think Cass really demanded it.
Yeah.
It wasn't for Poe, it was for Cass.
Yeah, you're right.
I am
It totally
feeling
was.
excluded in my ship. This is not okay.
Is it Ben Poe? Is that why?
Yeah, it's Ben Poe, obviously.
Maya is with you on the Ben Poe train. So
I
like,
s-
Who
I
took whose
support your
name, though?
Ben
Is
Poe
it-
dreams.
Is it Ben Dameron or Poe Ren?
It's definitely Ben Dameron. He wants
Okay.
to get rid
Oh,
of that.
Ren.
Well, his name is now Ben Ren.
Ben Ren.
So stupid.
He's definitely changing it to Dameron.
Ben Ren solo Wicked Organa.
His name is Ben Ren.
No, they both changed their names to Organa.
That's
They
fair.
would. They would.
Yeah,
Would.
Poe
It
would
would.
be all about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poe's like, finally.
Poe definitely proposed that plan, and Ben is like, fine.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay.
Ben Ren.
I'm gonna text that to Mr. Benjamin Urso himself and see what he
Yes.
says.
Mika just put in the chat, Ben Ren with the Y. That's what I'm calling Ben Urso from now on. Oh boy. Well, listeners, in case you couldn't tell what our topic is
I
today.
keep coming back to the Zoom screen and forgetting that I changed this background. So funny.
Tonight we are doing a prequel Jedi appreciation episode. Because like the best part of the prequel trilogy is definitely the Jedi that like don't really speak and are just kind of in the background, and that we need like guidebooks and Vizdicks to like learn their names or anything about them.
I'm prepared.
Yeah. Alien Archive. And we had a ton of fun going deep into Yaddle during season 14.
Drop
Basically-
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
No.
Dun, dun, dun.
We want to celebrate all of those prequel era Jedi on this special occasion. We are basically just going to be focusing on Jedi that show up in the prequel movies. So no one who only shows up during like the Clone Wars TV series and stuff like that. We don't have time for that. 2, I do not care. So, therefore, this is what we're gonna do. And so the first part is going to be that like Jedi that we kind of know, but like wouldn't really make it into like top final tier, I think, except for Saf. I think
I
has a crush on
am
a couple
slightly
of these.
offended at some of these choices, actually, so you're not wrong.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some controversy tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, there's already there's like
Oh
3
my gosh.
controversies.
Is it
already.
Adigalia and Stas Ali?
And Shakti!
Shakti! Oh my god.
I cannot believe this shit.
I don't know who
Listen,
any of those people are.
that's exactly why. And this is both Saf and Ash, because you have opinions. This is your chance to try to change our minds.
I'm ready.
Ted Bundy, what the fuck?
Why is Ted Bundy in here? Oh, Kiadi Ted Bundy. Okay, that makes more sense.
That is not.
I am uncomfortable with the energy we've created in the studio today.
Welcome to Rogue Podron, Ash.
Okay, but like my degree is in like murder, so like I know a lot about Ted Bundy.
Your degree is in murder.
Yeah,
Have we ever talked about this before?
yeah, many times.
How did I not know this about you?
Yeah, it's on sociology focusing on criminology. Specifically, serial
Murders.
murders.
Mm-hmm.
Look how cute I am. Murders! Anyway, speaking of maybe murderers, because there's some things about the Jedi we don't need to go into, because this is really just a thirst episode.
Ben says, "Did you go to school to be Batman?"
I am not rich enough to be Batman. So I just found out that Stas Ali is a different person from Adigalia. I did not realize there are 2 different people, and apparently they're cousins.
Every
But-
time you say her name in my head, I hear Stas Ali, fabulous she, Alibaba.
So this is what I know about her, is that she was overseer of the medical corps for the Jedi, and she has very pretty purple eyes.
She has very pretty purple eyes. There was a brief point in time where I was like hyperfixatedly obsessed with Stas Ali and Adigalia. I don't remember why. I do not remember why.
Okay,
So the Jedi
Adigalia
we
is the
see-
one with the like clear suction heads.
Isn't the
But
deal just that
Stas
like
Ali has those too.
They both
don't
have
they
them.
look exactly the same, but one of them died in one movie, so they brought the other one back in the next one?
No,
or
one of
is-
them didn't die.
Those
in
are
the
the
movie.
Zabraks.
No. What
Oh, the
happened is
Zabraks.
that so in the prequel movies, like they kind of just arbitrarily changed the council between the movies to like show that time has changed and stuff like that. And because of those changes, like the in between material has chosen like how to deal with those changes, like Yaddle not being in Revenge of the Sith.
Ben put it in the chat because they shot the movies at different places and they couldn't get the original actress back. So George was like, she's a new character.
Yeah, basically that's kind of the way that it happened. Like, I mean, like Ayla Secura was like a kind of a last minute thing as well. They're like, let's just put this girl in some blue makeup. So what they did there is like the expanded material would take those characters like Yaddle and decide like why they weren't on the council anymore. Heath, that is a great background. So Adigalia was the
I've
original
never
one.
heard of this person.
Well, see, this was the difference, is that I had an Adigalia action figure, and I thought I had all of the women action figures, but I never had a Stas Ali one. And so I just didn't
Adigalia is
know.
the first one you see, and she ends up being in the Clone Wars, and being like a pretty important character in the Clone Wars for the time that she's there. And so I grew to love her through the Clone Wars. She's amazing. I love her so much.
She's also in
she, like-
Tross, right?
What?
She's one of the voices in Tross, right? One of the Jedi
Yeah, I think
voices.
so. Yeah, she is, because I remember I heard Adigalia, and I was like, holy shit! Like, because everyone else, okay, so in the cinema, obviously everyone else was like, oh my god, it's fucking Anakin, it's Obi-Wan, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, oh my god, that's Adigalia! And everyone around me was like, who the fuck is Adigalia? Like, that was the character I lost my shit at, was hearing her voice. That's how deep in I am on loving this character.
Pretty deep.
I want to rewind
Yeah.
just 2 minutes and acknowledge that there was a moment where Heath was surprised that there's a background character that has an action figure that he's never heard of before. Just to make sure that we've like acknowledged that that happened.
Fair. That's fair.
Okay, so yeah,
So-
Adigalia becomes like a relatively important character in some arcs of the Clone Wars. She ends up sacrificing herself for like the greater good, which is, you know, what a lot of Jedi do. She was also one of the deaths in the Clone Wars that pissed me off, because like the Clone Wars loves to kill women, but also like they were kind of backed into a corner with her because she's not in Revenge of the Sith. So Stas Ali is like the secondary character, and she's the one that we see die in Revenge of the Sith. It's like she's on her speeder bike on Felucia, and she's the one we see die there, and that is quite sad. So yeah, that's how that kind of fits in. So that one's not Adigalia that you see die there. I love Adigalia so much.
According to the Alien Archive,
Oh my god.
Adigalia and Stas Ali were not only Jedi generals, but they were cousins.
They're cousins.
Yeah, they were cousins. And that's not their hair, that's like a headpiece that they wear as part of their culture.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair. So wait, are they human? But they're not humans.
They're not human.
But that's the only thing that's non-human about them, isn't it?
No.
There's a lot of near human races that look like humans.
Yeah.
Just no.
Shout out to Abby in the chat who says that D Filoni woman killer TM.
Yeah.
You're right. Of course
my
they were
God,
cousins. That's the thing, is that like anybody who is like of the same species tends to be related, which is like
Yeah.
I
I guess
is bad on
that was a way of like covering for people thinking they were the same person.
yeah. They're like, but they're both black. How can there be multiple black Jedi
They're
masters
both black and wearing weird
that aren't
headpieces.
Mace
Oh, okay.
Windu?
That makes sense why they're non-human then.
Wait, where is that?
Racism.
Oh, the alien. Yeah, I made them alien for some reason.
Yeah.
Racism.
Yeah.
I also
everyone
thought it was
that they
head
were
tentacles.
head tentacles. They're not. They're just like a cool headpiece that they wear for like part of their cult.
Really disappointing for the tentacle subset of fandom.
Yeah.
It's me. It's Meg.
Meg.
It's sad as well.
I am the
Jesus.
tentacle fandom.
I am the head tentacle fandom. Not. I don't really care about them anywhere else. Just the heads.
Oh, I everywhere.
Yeah.
I think we'll just go over Adigalia now because we've already talked about her. But on the wiki, it said she was killed by Maul and Savage Opress.
Yeah, she was. She
That
was part of the.
sucks.
Yeah.
Like,
I think she was kind of one of the things that was like showing how strong they were as a team, because they were pretty fucking beefed up.
to be killed by the Oppress brothers, terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Terrible.
it's bad time.
It's not
What a way to go.
right.
Tom the fanboy says we should play Alien Species or Weird Hat.
I love that game.
I hate
Good
that game.
It's a great game.
It's a bad game. Yeah, that sucks. It sucks to be killed by one of the 3 oppressed brothers.
Yeah. I don't think Farrell's killed anyone, though, to be fair.
You mean Pharrell?
Yeah, I don't think Farrell's killed anyone. I would leave Savage kill him.
Wait.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes. Yes. The third brother's name is like Feral, Feral or Pharrell if you're fancy. Like Savage. It's not Savage, it's Savage.
Savage stabbed her with his horns, just adding insult to injury, says Paul in the chat. That's so unnecessary.
I have decided that I actually hate Star Wars.
Why is Savage oppressed so extra?
He's got big horns, okay?
Much bigger than Maul's horns.
Oh yeah, they're impressively big horns. He kind of got some growth hormones in there, I think.
So are Savage Oppress's horns just a fancy hat, or is that part of his alien species?
No,
how will we ever know?
They're part of him because you see them.
He's
grow.
a man. He's a man, therefore they're actual
You're
horns.
right. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Zabrak are horns, and I know this because in one of the Aftermath books, Jas, who's a Zabrak, breaks off her horns and kills a dude.
No.
All you had to say
Only
was
good-
Aftermath, and I'm like, I'm gone.
The only good thing about the Aftermath books is Jas Amari. That's
Yeah, but that
I
part
remember
that
just
you
being
just
mad that she was
described
straight.
is so
She gave off
uncomfortable.
big gay energy.
yeah.
Anyway, let's get away.
Pharrell
from
has
that.
tiny
Meg,
horns.
I'm offended that you put Depa Balaba so low on this list.
Okay, within this tier, they're not in a particular order.
Okay.
Yeah, I based on the movies, she's there.
Yeah, she really doesn't do anything in the movies.
Yeah,
it's in
and
the
like
Kanan comic that she actually gets to be a character.
Right. And so we do know that she was the Patamon of Mace Windu. I said Patamon. That's a Digimon. That's my favorite Digimon.
I love her because she's part of the lineage of Yoda. I'm one of the things I am obsessed with as well is like the Yoda lineage of Jedi. And just like Jedi lineages, like the Padawan Master thing, because I find that very interesting.
I think it's
Oh
cool
god.
that
She's somewhat in Shatterpoint, I think. It's been a long time since I've read those books. But she's a really cool character in the EU. I don't remember where I was going with that. She's also a cool character in
She's
canon.
in the Kanan comic, and what's really cool
Yeah.
about her is she is a Jedi that does not respect or want to participate in the war, but she's just kind of there. And she like straight up says at multiple points, what we're doing is not right. Like, and then she tries to basically tell Caleb Doom, who's Kanan, like, what we're doing is not necessarily the right thing. Like, we're supposed to be peacekeepers, not generals in a war. And I always thought she was cool for that. And sacrificing herself to save Kanan.
I have a figure of her.
She is very cool.
She came in this 3-set that I got Star Wars Celebration Chicago.
What?
Of our Best Bay Yaddle,
Holy shit.
Best Bay Ariel Poof, and then
also
Depa.
different Billa.
That is the dream.
Wow.
Team
that
right
is
there.
Also,
the
you also
best
see her for a brief moment in Jedi Fallen Order.
This only
Yes.
cost $25.
How?
Pretty good deal for that.
Why didn't you buy 5 of them?
Oh my god.
It's really good. I love
The fact
them.
that they've got Yariel, Poop, and Yaddle in the same set is just
right, like
such a-
amazing.
such a
Amazing.
rogue Podron trap.
So good.
Why did Jay just say you are a hat?
I have to call out this amazing comment from Tom the fanboy. Someone up above said Grievous, something related to General Grievous, and Tom said, as they say in France, General Grievous play.
Bonjour there.
I mean, my Chicago. Oh God! Do not let me do
Bonjour.
accents ever. Gypsy danger! Like, don't let me do it. But anyway, she's real into self-sacrifice. where that's where Kanan learned it from, and therefore that's where Ezra learned it
The
from.
thing about self-sacrifice is you can only really be into it once.
Yeah. Or you can try to be into it once, like Kanan, and then everyone comes to save you, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Let me
do a thing here.
sacrifice!
Let me have this one thing.
Let me just do it for what? This is what my master did. Let me do it for you. And it's just like, fuck you, no.
Right.
You can do it later. You can do it in season 4.
Yeah.
Ahsoka was all about that sacrifice too, and then the World Between Worlds happened.
Yeah,
Oh,
Ezra keeps being like, fuck sacrifice.
Also, of these other Jedi that we see for a split second is Coleman
Gosh, I think.
Cash?
Okay, this one I've never heard of before. Just for the
Yes,
listeners,
no.
it's spelled K. The last name is K-C-A-J.
That's the given name.
It's Jack backwards.
He was,
Oh my god, it's Jack Back.
Nah, this is cursed.
it is.
Cursed Jedi Master.
Cursed.
Oh, he kind of looks like Jack, though.
No.
Yeah, you're Jack. Is he still your Jack?
There are many Jacks, so this is the Jack that we have the reference to. My ex-husband Balthazar. Oh my god, it's Jack backwards.
So Cash is like just there constantly. He's in
Yeah.
a lot of scenes, never speaks. He's just kind of one of the Jedi
Hungry.
Masters that's just there. He was there when
Yeah.
like Tup was having a time in the Clone Wars. He was there when Mace Windu and Jar Jar go off on a fucking little adventure.
Oh
like
my
he's
God.
just kind of there. He just fills the seats. That's all he
Yeah.
is. He's a backbencher.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
the picture of him in the Alien Archive looks like if Akbar had been left out to rot for like a month.
I don't
Like it just
want
looks like a spoiled
rotted
Akbar. Not the good kind
Yeah.
of spoiled either.
So there's Coleman Kaj and Coleman Trebor.
Yeah,
Which
and
apparently
Liam is
is
right in that
Robert
Coleman Trebor
backwards.
got murdered by Django.
Yes.
He
with a
was actually
blaster.
extremely close to ending everything happening before everything went bad, and then Django kills him.
Yeah.
He was very close.
The thing about Coleman Kaj, though, is that he did survive the Jedi Purge.
Oh, was he one of the survivors?
Mm-hmm.
What did he
Damn.
do?
So we may see him again
He
one day.
just blended into the background like he does in the
Oh,
movie.
Okay, so he was on the list of survivors. I see.
He's
Yeah.
like, actually, the fact that I was never given any lines served me really well during Order 66.
Nobody knows what I look
I mean,
like.
he probably got like killed by an Inquisitor very shortly after.
They
but-
killed Trebor and they thought it was the same one. And they were just like, it's fine.
Whose son was named Coleman when they were making
Jack
the?
Robert. What's the difference?
Jack and Robert Coleman.
Oh, it's Robert. Yeah, I see. Okay,
I
yeah.
hate Star Wars.
He's named. Okay, Coleman Trebor is named after the director of animation, Robert Coleman, who has many lovely things to say about Dexter Jetster.
Okay.
Guess
well,
who
he's
gave us
okay
that
then.
comment?
That's why he's okay.
Apparently, there's also a Jedi Knight of this species named Pablo Jill.
Pablo
Which is just
Jill.
I hate it.
No, none of this is real.
I love Star Wars.
Yeah.
And then we got a couple Zabraks.
Hell yeah.
Eth Koth is the first Zabrak that we see in TPM, the Phantom, TPM. And they're lighter skinned and they're actually killed on a gunship on Geonosis. So they make it through the original like arena battle and then just get shot down like a punk.
Yeah. Fucking
Okay, I
embarrassing.
actually really like the name Eth Koth, though. There's something about
It's
this.
like- it's nice.
really
It's a cool
soothing.
name.
It's like I could listen to a meditation of Eth Koth.
Yeah. And then the next one that we see in Rots is the replacement Zabrak.
Yep.
Who is a darker olive skinned, has long,
Yeah. For some reason, his hair.
long
Like I think this is the
hair.
first Zabrak we see with hair in the movies, but
Like,
not
longer-
necessarily outside of the
like,
movies.
Honestly, longer than the length of my hair right now, which is
It's some
ridiculous.
long ass hair.
Yeah. And they're killed by Papa Palpatine when the Jedi go to try to arrest him.
Yeah, he's like one of the two Jedi that go with Mace, and he does not last.
No.
I'm beginning to develop this theory that Mace Windu had just like a list of 12 Jedi or 12 alien species that he really liked.
That was his posse.
And he's like, it doesn't matter who's a good Jedi Master. He's like, when the
You think,
Zebrak dies,
Danny-
we need a new one in there.
Danny, I don't think you understand how new masters are elected to the council.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is I think that there was a conspiracy that they just wanted to keep a
The
certain number.
council, like many governing bodies, rule corrupt.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Speaking of other people who were also killed by Palpatine in that one scene, was Jedi Master Saci Tin,
Stacey
Tin.
who
Yeah.
looks like a demon from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I love Stacey's design. It's extremely
like,
cool.
Apparently, he was a legendary warrior and who hardly spoke, which is very attractive.
3 people in the chat just made jokes about diversity hires. Sometimes the joke is right there and we miss it. So this is why a live show is helpful.
Stacey Tin was also in the Clone Wars.
Yeah,
I
a
don't remember
lot
what
of
he did in
these,
it. I just remember he was
like,
in it.
a lot of these characters actually have like pretty good arcs in the Clone Wars or multiple arcs in the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
But we're, again, for the sake of brevity and also my sanity, like we're not doing.
I'm just giving them a shout out to the fact that there's more
Yeah.
of them.
Stacey
Most of them,
Tin's
not all of them.
actually it is very attractive, but he does look like a demon from Buffy.
He
the
just literally
Vampire
looks like a
Slayer.
demon.
He really
Yeah, he really does.
Yeah.
He got them big horns, like he's in the bar with Lauren singing karaoke. Like he looks like that.
Do you think in
Um,
college his nickname was Saucy Tin or Sassy Tin? What kind of personality do you think he had?
I think it's Sassy Tin during the day and then Saucy Tin at night.
Sassy Tin on the streets, Saucy Tin in the sheets.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
I want that t-shirt.
What a niche t-shirt. So niche. Big horns. Yeah.
Keith, that's an image of Saucy Tin right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
that's saucy too.
Oh boy. Bye, James. Thanks for joining us. Let's see. I'm gonna hold off on the one person that's gonna get me yelled at. So there was also Even Peel.
Even Peel has had some controversies about him, I think.
Oh.
I don't entirely remember
Yes.
why, but there's some
I know this
controversies
one.
between like I think the clash between Legends and fucking canon or some shit. I remember it being a thing.
Before
the arc
Legends
was
got
coming out.
canceled because Clone Wars, the TV show, contradicted a Legends. Now, I bet Ben Warman or Jay can explain this in the chat for us. But there was a contradiction between the TV show and the Legends books. But it was even before the Disney purchase.
He died multiple
Wait.
times, is what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died multiple times. No, the books that were conflicting by the Clone Wars were the Republic Commando books. The old
yeah.
Karen Travis.
Oh, let's not
Um,
talk about Karen Travis.
Let's not bring up Karen Travis.
no.
Oh God, I've had
Um,
enough of her.
he is
Even Peel was also like the whole controversy about everyone thinking that his species was the fucking Yoda species.
not part of Yaddle's
I remember
species.
when Baby Yaddle came out, and everyone was like, "Oh." Like people were like, "Oh, what's this species called?" Because renewed interest in who Yoda was, and everyone was like, "Oh, they're Lanix," and
No.
I was like, they'd be like, "Actually, they're Lanix," like these fucking nerds trying to do that, and being like,
No.
"Bruh,
No.
no species." Literally,
Bruh.
look at them.
Different
Incorrect.
species.
Okay,
Yeah, so
3
that's
things
what
from the
happens
chat.
when you, like, nerds know things.
Austin says he died twice, just like Papa Palpatine. So that's an interesting theory.
Mm.
Odie says more like Karen Travesty.
Ain't that the truth?
And Liam says he also
Oh,
died
shit.
in the Coruscant Night books.
That's right. That's why I
Zach's
don't like
never
him in
gone
the canon.
past it.
I don't like him in Legends because he is the Jedi Master of piece of shit Jax Pavan.
Who's Jax?
Jax
Pavan?
Pavan is the son
It's
of
Jack
Lord
spelled
Pavan,
forwards.
who was one of the best characters in Legends and died badly. He died sacrificing himself for the greater good. He was not Jedi, but he was force sensitive, I think. No, he wasn't. He was just a dude. He had a force sensitive kid. And Jax Pavan was like, okay, so Lorne had a robot with him called I-5, and I-5 was the best. He had humor. He was a sentient robot. He was very good.
That's
And
a highway
when
that
Lorne
goes along
died-
the West Coast.
When Lorne died, I-5 was like, okay, I'm gonna go like look after his son for him. And so he tries to find Jax, finds Jax. He's like, And Jax is like, I hate my dad, I hate my family, I hate everything, blah blah blah. And I5's constantly trying to look after her and be like, your dad was a good person.
So
And
Jax
Jax
is
was
a
such a
male
piece
in
of
Star
shit.
Wars.
Jax was such a piece of shit. I was like, your dad was a good person. Yeah.
I would just like to comment in the chat that 1, I'm not drinking wine, I'm drinking soju. Thank you very much. And 2, I'm not out of it because I'm Meg and I'm fucking prepared.
Oh, I really
I
thought
have
you were
a
about to pull a
second
bottle
bottle.
of wine out of the eggplant. That was gonna
Yeah,
be
so
so
did I.
epic.
I had it back here when we were setting up, and then I forgot I moved it.
Anyways, long story short, Jax Pavan and the Coruscant Nights book are the reason that I stopped reading through.
Yeah, I was like,
chronology.
haven't you been stuck on Coruscant Nights for 5 years?
I've been stuck on Coruscant Nights for 5 years. I read like 200 books to get to that point, and I made it through all of them. And Coruscant Nights was the book that made me stop. So fuck Even Peel and fuck Jax Pavan.
Okay, I do have to
Abby-
acknowledge that Even Peel has a fantastic ponytail, though.
His design is actually really cool though.
Abby, I just finished a Mandarin one, and then this is the classic peach. Oh, that bottle's really far away from the cup. Hold on. Let's see. Who
Keith,
is
what is this image from that has Even Peel and Yaddle like hanging out
but
together?
only action figures?
I don't know. I'm just Googling these people as we go. and
I need the
downloading
context
images.
of this.
Maybe they were a 2-pack.
Oh, that's
Another pretty good.
Odie,
two-pack there.
he does kind of look like Caesar with big ears, and I'm not
Shizor-
comfortable with that observation.
Yeah, like Shizor can fuck off.
She's okay.
Um,
They were a 2-pack. There was a Yaddle and Even Peel 2-pack in the Star Wars Legacy
I'm sure that
collection.
sold really well.
The year of 2008.
Oh, 2008 was a bad year.
It was a time. The 2000s were a time.
Yeah. There was also Oppo Rancisis, who I was excited about when I was just told that it was a Snake Jedi, and then became extremely unexcited for as soon as I saw him.
That's like
Yeah.
that's like a case of really bad advertising.
Because he has so much hair. Why does he have so much hair?
Not a Bothan.
Not a Bothan. And the
Have
hair is
received
only
some, yeah.
only here. Like
It's
snake
very
body
distressing.
hair.
Is he
Hair.
the
I've
one who has a
received
bunch of
some
wives?
inquiries about
No,
Is it the
that's
other one?
Kiadi
Whether-
Mundi.
That's Kiadi Monday.
Yeah.
I always get those two confused.
How?
I don't know.
One has so much more hair.
I know for some reason I keep thinking Kiadi Monday's Assyrian, and I'm like, yeah, he's the snake guy, and the snake guy has many wives, and
That's
that's
not
how
what
it
a
kind of
snake-
keeps going bad.
Keanu Mundi is Assyrian, but that's not the name.
No,
of
no,
the
I
snake
forget he's
species.
Assyrian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like you
and-
could do
Oh
a
wow,
meme
this
that's
dude
like
does have so much hair.
so much,
It's
and
so
he has
much hair.
He's huge nails, and it's not sexy.
Oh, that's not that's not an attractive.
hang on.
That's a bad time.
Swara has noticed this conversation, so we need to move on from talking about
okay,
his
let's
hair.
get away from the hair. Let's get away from the hair.
I do feel like you could do a meme that's like my dating profile picture and it's Kit Fisto and it's like how I actually look when I wake up in the morning and it's Oberensis.
so disappointed. But he is considered one of the wisest Jedi, and Yaddle was his master. And this guy also survived the Jedi Purge.
It's because he's a slippery snake.
Whoa,
He
one
slipped right through.
bad snake stereotype.
Look, as someone who recently voiced the snake, I feel like I'm allowed to say that.
Oh, yes.
I was about to say, what snake did you
recently?
Many of my friends are snakes.
Grand Moff Hissa.
Sa, obviously.
I went back and listened to the last episode of Crystal Sardrin, and your Hissa sounds very much like Tigris, but a snake.
What? My Tigris voice has so much more effort put into it. I have to like drop my entire voice down like an octave for it.
Jess says, I don't think the Jedi Purge was as effective as we are led to believe based
Yeah,
off of this
it
combo.
wasn't.
I
It
mean, okay,
wasn't.
the
Palpatine actually
Jedi
killed like
Masters
10
definitely
Jedi. He's
survived
like,
because
done.
Jedi Masters definitely survived because a lot of them had like
Because
a better
Lucasfilm needs
ability to
stories
run
to
away
tell
in
in
the
the
city.
Empire era.
Yeah.
Whereas like lesser Jedi in the fucking like school would not
Right.
have survived so well because they
And-
didn't have
and,
those
like-
like knowledge.
these weren't necessarily Jedi who were on like the front lines with the clone troopers.
A lot of these guys were in the temple.
Yeah. And so easier to get out of there.
Jay says Palpy was just doing his best.
Jay,
His best wasn't good enough,
Jay,
Jay.
we don't need any Palpatine apologists right now.
Samara, get the fuck out too.
Let's see.
All right.
And then of course, this is both Ash and Saf yelled at me, but I put Shock T here. Because
Shakti is like one of the classic Jedi Masters.
she's not Ahsoka.
Okay. It's that is fair enough because in the movies she's not very interesting.
she
She's
doesn't
just
do
not
anything.
Ahsoka.
She
In the
does
Clone
do
Wars-
something.
In the
What does
Clone
she do in
Wars,
the
she does a whole lot
movies?
more.
Obi-Wan goes to talk to her about something, I think.
She is in the background in the library in Attack of the Clones when Obi-Wan is trying to find the cloning planet.
I hope
That
you're
is-
correct because in about 30 seconds the chat is about to explode.
I
with-
am correct. We just watched Attack of the Clones when Jeff was
Oh, yeah.
here. So like
But
I am
Shakti,
100%
How did you two
correct.
watch so much in that one weekend? You watched
Isn't she in the
2
Revenge of the
seasons
Sith
of
as well?
She-Ra, a season of Rebels, and Attack of the Clones?
and a season of Haikyuu.
That is so productive.
It's what we am. What we am. That's what we are. Who I am.
yeah,
What
but
I are.
Shakti in the Clone Wars is actually really great because she's she's on Camino. So there's a whole couple of episodes with her and the clones.
She's like looking after the clones. Like her thing
Yeah.
is she's helping train the baby clones and like looking after the clones. And like she clearly has a lot of like care for these clones. Like, oh my god, her relationship with some of the clones is so great. She's kind of like their mum.
Yeah.
Oh my god, she's in Halsey's position. No wonder I love her. But even before I watched the Clone Wars, I always really loved Shakti. Because she's like gorgeous. She's absolutely gorgeous. Her design is so fucking cool. She's also in the Attack of the Clones, like in the final battle in Geonosis. She's also
Yeah,
there.
she's in the Coliseum battle. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember seeing her in that and being like, I love her. I am obsessed with this woman. She's just really gorgeous. In there's kind of like a iffy thing about whether or not she survives. Because in Legends, she goes on to be in the Force Unleashed and wears a stupid fucking bikini. In canon,
Wait.
yeah, in canon we don't see her die, but
Is it an act
But-
bra?
but no, unfortunately not. But there's a deleted scene in Revenge of the Sith where she gets stabbed through the chest. And that's
What?
deleted. So you would think not canon.
That's
But there's a bit in the Clone
excessive.
Wars where Anakin has a vision of turning into Vader and like killing the Jedi. And in that vision, in the Clone Wars, in canon, he stabs her through the chest. And so I have no idea if she's alive or not. But I want her to be alive because
I
I
want
love
her to be alive.
I want her to be alive so bad.
I did do an interview with her voice actress.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Kristen says based on Palpatine's track record, there's a good chance she survived.
I do like how long her Leku are. They're long.
Yeah, her Leku are really long. Like, God knows how old she actually is for her Leku to be that fucking
Right.
long.
I have many questions.
Okay. We've had a lot of conversation about brain tails, which are different than Leku, right? Well, kind of. I don't know.
Yeah.
Physiology. Can you get a
Hers
can you get a
are,
Leku
like,
cut,
these-
or do you just like naturally they grow faster for some Togruta than others?
I feel
No,
like they probably just grow different.
It's an age thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why, like, Ahsoka at the start of the Clone Wars, like, if you see her little baby version in the flashback, hers are, like, really tiny. And as she grows through the Clone Wars, they get longer, and also her stripes get more defined.
Do they ever stop growing? Like,
No.
if a Togruta dies of a natural death, is it just because they're so old that they tripped over their Leku?
Maybe. Could be the way
What
that
the
they age out.
fuck?
The only way to
She has
die.
a lot. Also, her outfit
That's
is
what
just really
finally
cool.
killed Ahsoka.
She just
It's
trips.
the only way.
Her outfit is very cool. She wears like a very like drapey
no, dinner
kind
leader.
of Jedi robe.
Yeah.
I love her outfit. Also, the Leku are these bits. The Montrals are their horns.
And
So the horns aren't.
I feel like we've had an in-depth conversation about this on this podcast before.
we have. I just
Probably.
like to say the word Montral because it's cool.
Literally just said Togruta Leku are tree rings, which
You're not wrong.
the only way to know the true age of a
Choppa.
Togruta is to cut through the Leku and count the rings.
Yikes.
I thought you were going to say something like, measure the Leku. Why do we have to cut into that?
Yeah, because that's how tree rings work.
Tree rings work, Heath.
No, but
Heath has never seen a tree. It's okay.
never once in my life.
Oh my god.
Let's not talk about trees.
Yeah, okay.
Is that-
This is one quote I want to read about Shakti, which is T was known by Fives to be a helping and caring individual, valuing the lives of the clones not as objects but as people.
Aw.
She was good. I love
She should put that in her letter of recommendation.
well, if she's dead, that's kind of hard.
Fair.
It's tree sun then.
No, I can't look at the chat anymore.
Tom said, "No, count the stripes, you monsters."
Yeah, God, Abby, you can't just ask a Togruta how old they are.
Yeah.
Come on.
Ugh.
All right.
Okay. That's kind of like the ones that are.
Are there any Shakti action figures?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I have one, yeah.
Okay, we'll have to count the rings on those.
Oh, thorns. Hasbro, this isn't accurate. So those were the ones that like are just kind of there. Debatable again. But now we're moving on to the intergalactic hotties with the naughty bodies that like we're really here for. And we're gonna breeze really fast through these first four because we don't really even talk about them that much. Yoda's there. Yoda's not great. The end.
Yoda is there. Yoda kind of sucks.
We've already given him too much
okay.
time in this episode.
Yeah.
I do love Yoda, but I'm not going to go into that today.
I love crazy puppet Yoda. I do not love Jedi Grandmaster of the Jedi Yoda.
I
Yeah,
do.
love
That's
reincarnated
because
Yoda
I've read a
in
lot more
Mandalorian.
material about him and why he's like he is.
Can't deal with it.
Yoda is a
Um,
war criminal, Abby.
They all are.
I know.
Everyone's a war criminal.
Yeah, but
Literally
especially
everybody.
Yoda.
Especially Yoda. And he's not even, I didn't even put him in the show notes, but Qui-Gon Jinn,
Eh.
bastard,
Also one of the loves of my life.
not there to free slaves my ass.
Yeah.
Pretty crappy.
I do not want to talk about Yoda's pruny booty.
Nobody's talking about Yoda's pretty booty. We're moving on.
But also,
Can you
I
count
bet
the
it's
rings?
really,
And yet, never mind.
I bet it's really smooth.
Dang.
I bet it's like smooth booty, like smooth Yoda.
Smooth Yoda,
Smooth
yeah.
Yoda's.
That's the only part of
smooth
Yoda that's smooth.
Yeah, absolutely.
So smooth Yoda's booty wrinkly then?
Yes.
Is it an inverse relationship?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like the portrait of Dorian Gray. Oh boy. And Mace Windu was right the whole time.
Who was right? He was right.
He was right
Mace Windu
the whole
was
time.
right. And anyone say that he was like trying to fucking
No.
he was fulfilling everything Palpatine was saying was true about the Jedi. He was not. He was right. If he had killed Palpatine then and there, everything would have been fine.
right. Mace Windu was right the entire, and like, yes, it didn't necessarily always line up with like Jedi principles, but it was always like the smartest thing to do to solve the problem that they were
Yeah.
facing.
Jace was
We are definitely
Mace-
Mace Windu apologists on this podcast.
We
I am a big
Yeah.
Mace Windu apologist. I fucking love Mace Windu. For
Mace
another thing,
Windu.
he's part of the lineage I love. Shatterpoint is an amazing book. His power, his force power, is that he can like see the points in time, like as they're happening, and see like the shatter points of the future timelines, basically, of important things that if he like breaks them, like he can stop something from happening, basically, right? And he can see like the shatter point of Palpatine and Anakin, and he is trying to straight up just stop that from happening. Like that is his whole thing, is that he
Yeah.
can constantly see where the bad things are going to start and can act towards that.
Yeah.
But because
Mace Win-
Anakin's a piece of shit,
Yeah. Mace Windu, amazing. I also have to, I was starting to laugh because Odie put in the chat the boo trade of Dorian Gray. But yeah, I'm glad a lot of people in this chat are also into Mace Windu because like Mace is great. And you know what, Austin? I do think Mace is alive, and we'll get to why I think that later.
Mace better be alive. Also, Samuel Jackson just being like, I want a purple lightsaber, and George Lucas being like, okay, as long as
Samuel Jackson, so cool. And then he kept it because he's like, this is my lightsaber.
this is my purple lightsaber now. You
I'm
can't give it to
Jedi
anyone else.
Master of Mace Windu. Like, what the fuck?
Legends Mace is actually really similar to canon Mace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they line up really well.
Odie.
No, Mac doesn't
Shut the
live,
fuck
Mace
up.
lives, Tom.
Snoke is not Mace Windu.
Snoke is not.
That is blatant erasure. And then we
Snoke is one of the Mace Windus.
Don't do this.
Oh, this again.
he just whispering, don't.
Why are you like this?
Look,
Okay,
we
Danny,
didn't see the
please.
body.
Right.
If you don't see the body, they're not dead.
Right. And then the fourth one, in which we don't need to go into depth to because we all know Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Who?
I love him so
Ben.
much.
Ben Kenobi.
The reason I am into Star Wars
Yeah.
is Obi-Wan Kenobi.
And
I
it's like,
read
It's you and
Jedi
McGregor.
Apprentice quite young, and I was like, I am in love with this man, and it just kind of kept me going throughout life. I don't think about him as much anymore because, you know, there's a lot of other Star Wars stuff to think about. But every now and then, like, when it finally truly hit me that we were getting a Kenobi TV series, I just started crying. It took me like 2 weeks to get to that point, but it finally hit me, and I was like, oh, I love him so much. Because he's got that very tragic hero thing going on. Like, he's constantly trying his best to stop what's happening from happening. That's bad. He's like, cares so much and fails so miserably because fate is not out to help him. And it's so tragic, and I love it so much.
Heath,
You may
what the
click the link.
fuck?
Heath.
Heath, what the actual fuck?
Also,
Heath,
just FYI, our listeners can't see the Zoom chat.
I know, but I'm just so upset.
Yarael Poof is back with the face.
Heath put a terrible image into the chat, and this is what actually happens on our live program shows.
Where is the chat?
Don't
Here,
worry
I'll,
about
chat
it.
I'll put it
You
in the
don't wanna-
YouTube chat
You don't
so
want to.
you could all enjoy the fun.
I'm looking at it. Oh no, that's bad.
Yeah,
Very bad.
Don't click on the link. Just don't. Just
it's
do it.
it
Click
is
on the link,
not
click on the
It's on a
link.
safe for
delay.
work.
It's on a
Click on the
delay.
link for
It's gonna be
work.
too late.
Oh, it's a warning. Stop.
Oh, look, the number of people
In, like,
listening
30
to this
seconds,
have
it's gonna be like,
dropped.
oh,
Our
shit.
listener numbers are look at the chat go.
Immediately leaving. Oh no.
31, 30, 29, 28.
Oh my god, that's really funny.
Oh, I hate that.
It's a horrible image of Yaddle milk, if anyone wants to know.
Yeah. Ugh.
It's bad.
I'm so upset. I'm gonna skip around a little bit because I don't really want to talk about her. But Jocasta Nu is a Jedi who exists.
yeah.
I don't like her very much. I think
Why?
she's mean.
It's been Fairliciously Urso's favorite Jedi. He's gonna kill me for saying that.
Is it because she's a librarian?
Are you tone policing Jocasta Nu?
She's like old as fuck. Literally.
Oh, it's an age thing. Okay.
No, I love Jocasta
I
Nu.
just think
I'm saying
she's
she's old as fuck.
mean.
She's sick of Jedi kids shit.
She's like really arrogant of being like, well, if it isn't in the Jedi archives, then it doesn't exist.
To be fair, she's probably sick of like
Maybe she had a
Jedi coming
bad
along and
day.
being like, actually, and then she's like, no, shut the fuck up.
It's
She's
true.
like
She's
an older
equal-
woman with an important role. Obviously, people like Obi-Wan are going to be mansplaining to her all the fucking time.
She didn't even suggest in
That's
her
fair.
library loan.
I
Good,
really
librarian
love
joke there,
Jocasta Nu
Dylan.
because, like, she is just looking. She's just looking after everything. She's got a lot to do. Okay, she's got a lot in her hands because there's a lot of shit in that library.
Kristen says more like Jocasta old. You can tell as the episode gets on, our bar for humor gets lower and lower.
Also, saying she doesn't encourage learning and discoveries is actually fake. Because of like expanded material. Does not agree with that. This is one interaction that you're basing her entire personality off of.
Yeah, this is the movies. This is what most people
Wasn't
have.
she alive? Didn't she survive the purge?
Yeah, she survived the purge.
That's
And she
another
was in
one.
The Vader comic.
Yeah, she's in the Vader
Jeez.
comic. I haven't read it. No spoilers. but she is in the Vader
She's
comic.
the Vader comic.
I'm beginning to think that Order 66 was just like a propaganda event.
I mean, it was largely a propaganda event, but
Did
they
it
did kill
not
a lot of
actually
Jedi.
happen, you think?
Yeah, I think it was all staged actors.
Like the moon landing.
Yeah.
I don't really think
Just like
that.
the moon
I
landing.
think the moon landing is real. Like- oh, sorry. As Ash quicks
Liam, don't fucking talk shit about Charles Soule, okay?
But who?
It's the Vader
One of the
comic
comic
or
writers.
did.
He wrote the amazing Lando comic.
Charles Soule is good though.
He's good shit. Nobody talks shit about him. Not in my
It's not
area.
his fault that they're only putting out Vader comics.
Yeah, he can't do much about that.
Luminara is a Jedi who exists.
Abby, you believe
wait.
in the moon?
Jeff just said, this is more important. Jeff just said prequel trilogy versus prequel trilogy if Jocasta Nu had a gun.
What would be different? She would just murder Obi-Wan and then like
That would change
it would be
a
very
lot.
different, Meg.
Anakin
Great.
wouldn't have gone to the dark side.
Sign me
I
up.
think he might have gone to the dark side.
A little
A
sooner.
lot earlier if Obi-Wan was dead.
It'd be a lot different if
Just
Mace Windu
set
had
things
a
up.
gun.
The
Imagine
prequel
Mace Windu
trilogy if
had a
Anakin Skywalker had a gun.
If Mace Windu had a gun, it would be a 10-minute movie and
Yeah.
things would be solved. I've seen Triple X the first one, and then Triple X the Return of Xander Cage. Mace Windu gets shit done. Those movies star Vin Diesel also.
Anyway, Luminara.
Luminara is a Jedi.
In the notes it says half help. I'm here. I'm here to help.
Help.
She has a very notable midriff, I guess.
What?
Luminara doesn't.
the
I
fuck
didn't
knows
even
about
put
Alice
Alice
Secura,
Secura
Danny?
on this list.
Oh.
Luminara has
Right.
a very, very modest outfit.
You're right.
In fact.
Luminara does. My bad.
Luminara Unduli is amazing. I love her. She is the Jedi master to Barriss. Barriss
For
Selfie.
shame, Meg.
I'm jealous
Oh.
because she made out with Kit Fisto, and therefore I didn't put her in the show notes.
That's fair.
I'm
Those
kind of
are-
sad that I had that within reaching distance, but whatever.
Wait, you didn't put her in the show notes?
No, I totally forgot.
Oh my god. Well, we're gonna talk about her anyways, because I love her. Anyways, Luminara is Barriss's master.
Right, which is like all I know about her,
Yeah,
really.
she works with Obi-Wan a lot, which is how kind of Ahsoka and Barriss end up working together a lot, because I think her and Obi-Wan have like pretty similar morals.
Mhm.
Luminara is not a huge fan of the war happening. She is very much about like peace at all costs. Not at all costs, but like she is way more diplomatic, and you can kind of see that in how Barriss has been taught as a Jedi. In the legend stuff, Barriss is actually like doing healing. Her like force specialty is healing. And Luminara is also like, she's very much about peace and compassion, but she is also extremely like very Jedi, like very rigid Jedi. She'll like not like encourage like Ahsoka and Barriss being friends because she worries about where that could lead. Fair enough, because they are gay.
Friends.
But she's always doing her best. Like she kind of realizes that Barriss does look up to her like as kind of a mother figure. And she does have times of compassion with Barriss to be like, I'm here. But I think because of like the Clone Wars, like the actual Clone Wars in universe happening, things kind of get messed up, and she's not there for Barriss when she could be, and that's why Barriss kind of turns.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
And
but she is
It's also
really good.
very sad what happens to her.
Oh, it is
like
very sad.
Like
I
the Grand Inquisitor uses her body to lure Jedi.
Yes, I do.
that
remember
made me so upset
Like,
when I saw
yeah.
her like do like her gross body. I was
The
so
Grand
upset I
Inquisitor
paused.
wouldn't have to do that if Order 66 had been slightly more effective.
Yeah. No, she's dead. We see her dead body.
Yes, she's super dead. She's
Very dead, and it was very upsetting to me. Also very upsetting because me and Brian Nov were like so sure that Barriss was going to come back in the episode because Luminara was
Oh, I
in it.
remember remember that. Y'all were like, Barris is coming back. Barris is coming
Barris is
back.
gonna be the Inquisitor. Barris is coming back.
And I think at the time I was like, who's Barris?
Yeah, like, come on, bringing Luminara back, but not Barris for that good tragedy. Ugh, disappointing, man. Disappointing.
You had different tragedies, so you're welcome.
No, but
Well,
imagine
she'll be
if
in the
Barris
inevitable
was the Inquisitor
Ahsoka.
who used Luminara as bait. Like, how good would that be?
She'll be in the inevitable Ahsoka TV show.
Oh, I
Hold
hope
on.
so.
Hold on. Kristen just said that the Grand Inquisitor is a daddy, and I agree. Mainly because he's voiced by Jason Isaacs, who has an amazing voice. So
That's fair. My
Fair enough.
my Inquisitor love of my life is the second sister.
Yeah.
It's the second sister, right? The one from Fallen Order who was extreme. She took off her helmet and I was like, oh no, she's really hot. I had to pause it and I ran downstairs to my
Does
flatmate
she
and I
have
was
a
like,
helicopter saber?
yes, but she doesn't use it as a helicopter.
Why not?
Or does she? I don't
If you
really
have a
remember.
helicopter
Second
saber,
sister-
why wouldn't you use
if
it
you
as a
have a
helicopter?
chopper,
The
then like
second
why
or the
aren't you using
seventh
your chopper?
sister.
No, it's the second sister. The seventh sister is from the Clone Wars, I'm pretty sure.
But
Or is she the big one?
In the Rebels Vizdic, it's in the art
The
book,
seventh
it's named
sister is the
properly.
one from Rebels. The second sister is the one from Fallen Order.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And
One
then
of-
there's
the second
12th
sister
or
doesn't-
whatever, who's like big and buff and really cool.
Yeah.
Miku would love her.
I do love buff scary.
Yeah,
You would
Liam, you're
love
right.
her.
She does use it in the last boss battle.
Oh yeah, she does. That's right. Anyways, I had to pause the game and run downstairs and be like, she is so hot. And get my friends to come up and look at her because she's really hot. Anyways, that was unrelated to Luminara
Hold
at all.
on. Swara, get out of here. If you're gonna talk about Star Trek right now, this is not the talk.
This is not a Star Trek.
This is not the time to talk about Star Trek.
Yeah, we're Star Wars fans, obviously. Can't you tell how much we love Star Wars?
Look, I'm talking right now about how hot the second sister is, so I feel like
Yeah,
I do love
that's
Star
true.
Wars.
Star Wars. Do you want to talk about Ayla whatever her
Yes.
name is now?
I love
Ayla.
Ayla Secura.
Ayla
She
Secura.
does have her midriff out, very much so.
All
It's
the
probably-
way out. She
all the way
has
out.
these low riding pants, and like it's just like in general, I don't have an issue with however anybody wants to dress, but the fact that like she is very bootylicious and like dressed how she is when literally every other Jedi is robed, like largely robed, is like really upsetting.
Yeah, Luminara was like a breath of fresh air to me because she didn't wear a stupid Jedi outfit.
Yeah, she at least wore like her like
yeah, and
people's-
Shakti
They do it
was,
to
like, an
Ahsoka
amazing-
too. In the
An
beginning.
amazing like dress thing. And then you got Ayla Secura. I really like Ayla because of her design, but also she does a lot of like in the Clone Wars. She kind of ends up being a mentor to Ahsoka a lot of times. She is her relationship with her clone commander, whose name I've now forgotten. Oh god, I can't believe this. Like they very much have like an equal relationship, and I really dig that as well. Like the Jedi Masters that have like they care about their clone troopers are like, oh, good shit. And she is one of them.
Yeah, like there's a real problem with how they depict Ayla, the way that she and Twi'leks in general. That's why Hera is such like a breath of fresh air. She's the first like, I mean, she's a sexy Twi'lek, but they didn't design her to be a sexy Twi'lek, you know?
But she is a sexy person not because of the clothes that she is wearing.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
better way to put that.
She's not like being sexualized is like the difference.
Yeah.
Whereas like Ayla very much is.
She is very sexy.
Ben said you can tell she was a design that originated in the comics of the time and got brought into the movie. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
you
definitely.
Absolutely a comic design. And Bly is the clone general that is
Bly.
hers.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, Bly's good shit.
Yeah, and I think people were shocked when I mentioned that she made out with Kit Fisto. She does.
She does.
I didn't know this either until it was brought up on an episode of Rogue Podron. So
It's
fake
such
fans,
a surprising comic. It
fucking
just
fake
comes out of
fans
nowhere.
over here.
Doesn't she also like have a relationship with fucking? Oh my god, I've forgotten his name.
A clone, I
No,
think.
The,
Is it a clone?
The yellow stripe.
Oh,
Kefar.
Quinlan!
Quinlan
Yeah, I'm pretty
Voss!
sure she's relationship with Quinlan in the Legends.
I didn't put Quinlan Voss on here.
He's not a Jedi Master, is he? He's not on the council.
He's not, but I'd
And
still
he's
bang
not in
him.
any of the movies. I think he's just mentioned.
He's not, but
He's
I would bang
mentioned.
him. He's a
Yeah.
surf boy.
Hera radiates hot mom energy. You're
She
not
does.
wrong.
She's a
Yeah.
MILF. I felt really gross.
I
saying the
hate
word
when I
Quinlan Voss is her
remembered
master.
Quinlan's
Oh,
species
okay.
before I remembered his name.
Oh, that adds a level.
Oh, that's incorrect.
Hmm.
But also,
I don't think they have a relationship until they're both Jedi Knights, though.
I super ship Quinlan Voss with Obi-Wan.
I
Dude,
ship them
Episode
too.
1, Jeffrey Kramer. I've never watched Star Wars. Come on now.
Oh, he is in episode 1.
super
Oh yeah,
ship.
he is. I did think he was, but I couldn't remember where. But yeah, he is.
Why
Yeah.
is he in Tatooine?
He's just in the background. Why not?
He's just
He's
chilling.
probably-
They
he's-
could
no,
have
okay.
asked him for
Quinlan
help.
is like an undercover Jedi. He often just goes off and like gets
Was
in
he there just like
character and stuff.
laughing at their misfortune the entire time? Just like, those guys.
He's probably doing like, his
Quinlan
own
would.
I could get them
promotion.
off this planet in a second, but I'm going to watch them gamble their way through a pod race instead.
Quinlan would.
That's such a
Quinlan
Quinlan
would,
mood.
Yeah.
He's like,
I-
same Obi-Wan.
I really hate that like
For
Dark
drugs.
Disciple narrowly skated into new canon because I think Dark Disciple is bullshit.
I hate Dark Disciple.
For the way that it treats, like I was really into it until the end for the way that it treats Ventress. But I think Quinlan Voss as a surfer islander, like laid back alcohol drinking Jedi who has like the very cool Jedi ability of like seeing where objects like
That's
what has
actually not
happened
like
to
straight up a
objects.
Jedi ability. That does come with his species as well.
I think Quinlan Voss is really cool. I think him being a surfer islander is very hot. And I super ship him and Obi-Wan because Obi-Wan is like the like foil to him. Absolutely.
I ship them really hard.
Straight lace, do everything by the books, Obi-Wan, and then like this guy. It's
And
so-
good.
do you know what episode of the Clone Wars you've just been singing the praises of for the last 2 minutes?
Is it the one where he's
That's right.
bald?
It's the Hunt for Zero, the
Fuck!
best episode of Star Wars: The Clone
Yeah,
Wars.
it is that one.
We all know the
Remember
best
when you made
episode of
us
Clone
watch
Wars is
that?
the one with Bail Organa and Jar Jar Binks. Like, that's just an undisputable fact.
The Jar Jar episodes are actually really like Jar Jar and Mace teaming up is one of my favorite things. It's so funny.
What, you didn't think it was great when he, like, slept with the princess of wherever the hell? they were?
Yes, it's so good.
I haven't seen those episodes.
Jar
Is
Jar
this
can
the
get it.
Netflix season?
Oh, Paul, I don't like that. Look at Quinlan Voss from
Paul-
Clone Wars and tell me that's not designed to look like Dave Filoni.
It's not. I don't see what you're talking about at all.
No. Dave Filoni is a terrible white man with a hat.
All right.
And
Shall we
anyway,
move on from
Look,
this?
we don't need to go down this road again.
No.
Doesn't look anything like Dave Filoni. I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, those are the two that I definitely left off this list.
I mean, like I said, he's not a Jedi Master, so he doesn't
Yeah.
really belong on this list.
Right. So Ki-Adi-Mundi
Mm,
cares a lot about the
here we go.
Wookiees.
Yep.
Has a binary brain, which allows him to see both sides of a situation at the same time, which just sounds like a regular brain.
It's like a
Um,
Syrian thing. They have like bigger, weird brains. Which is
Yeah,
why
because they have
the
such
whole,
a big, they got a
Yeah.
big head.
There's been a few like Syrians and stuff. In the Moving Target Leia book, there's a Syrian who's really cute. I love her. And yeah, they kind of have like their own little thing going on. I think it's why a lot of them become like people who do
Sorry.
stuff on ships because they're good at navigation.
Emma,
Galaxy brain.
How dare you? Emma, do you think he fucks with it? Yes, I think he fucks with the hat on.
Do not bring this energy into this good, wholesome Christian podcast.
Shut up.
Oh, did we forget to mention that detail?
Yeah, so he's like a really good strategist, and like all of the Jedi would go to him for advice because he's like so smart and wise and stuff like that. And as we found out in the Rogue Podron Skyhoppers episode 1 commentary, is that he is apparent like his race, his species, is incredibly women heavy.
Something
Look,
like that.
Yeah,
it's
he
like
gets-
reptiles, okay? We're running into a problem on our planet Earth because the global climate is warming, right? And reptiles
Is it
have
because of
it
that?
is. Reptiles have or temperature-dependent sex determination, which means that the temperature at
true.
which the egg incubates determines whether it's a male or a female.
do
So
know
because
that,
it's getting
yeah.
warmer, we are resulting in more female reptiles than male reptiles. The same thing happened on Coyote-Mundy's planet, which is why the Jedi Council gave him an exception to the no fucking rule.
Yes. So he has like 12 wives. And so he is probably extremely fertile.
What?
And he definitely knows how to fuck.
It's also like a cultural thing that they have to have many wives.
They're like, our species is going to go extinct. We need you to reproduce.
Yeah.
Sorry. We know you're a Jedi. We know you have like this thing. And Coyote-Mundy's like,
Hang on.
okay, fine. I guess I'll go get my Jedi oath and help you reproduce if I must.
Oh,
This
I
is
do
real?
not. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's real.
Emma.
Yeah, no, this
No.
is actually canonical.
Is there a book about
It's
this?
mentioned in many things.
Yeah.
That was season 13, Heath.
Yeah.
Don't you remember? We did a 6-episode dissection of Coyote-Mundy.
Thing is, I wouldn't be surprised if we had done a full episode on that. I just
You
didn't remember it.
Yeah. But yeah, so like his position in like the sexy meter like goes up a little bit because like he's down to clown. And he's very smart and he cares about the Wookiees. I think those are all good things.
He does care about the Wookiees, yeah.
Yeah, those are all good things by my standards. I do have a question. No, we don't need to talk about that.
No, ask the question. What is it?
Why don't we see any Wookiee Jedi in the prequels? That's my question.
There's one in the Clone Wars.
Yeah, I know in the Clone Wars,
Yeah.
but like why aren't
I
there
think
any
Wookiee being force sensitive isn't super common. Or if it is,
Well,
I
a
also
lot
think
of them
there's
are,
like thousands of species in the galaxy. So
tell that? Yeah, but there's fucking 12 Zabrak.
But also like I think a lot
Zabraks
of
are really
Wookiees
cool,
are-
Meg.
I
They have
think
those
There's
cool
Jack
horn
and
hats.
Robert.
like force sensitive and stuff, like they tend to just work with the trees
Yeah,
on their own planet. Like
Yeah.
I don't think Wookiees are particularly like we need to be Jedi.
that's
They're just kind of
fair.
off doing their
That's
own thing
fair.
on their
That's
own
fair.
planet. And
Yeah,
the
I
they're
Jedi-
think
like-
it might have been because George Lucas didn't think that Wookiees were as sentient as other aliens that we had seen, so he kind of had a thing against Wookiee
well,
Jedi.
no, the thing is there
Uh.
that George Lucas is involved in the Clone Wars. The reason that kid is in the Clone Wars is because of Lucas largely.
I know. I think it's the
Yeah, that's
beginning,
Lucas
though,
saying,
he
"Ooh, I
had a
messed up with
thing-
the prequels."
I
I
mean,
think he
there's
had
a
a
lot of
thing with
species we
Wookiee
see
Jedi.
in Star Wars that we don't see as Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's the Moncal Jedi in the prequels?
I think I just remember like specifically he said something about Wookiees at one point because somebody asked him.
Probably. He says dumb shit
But-
all the time. There actually
don't know,
is
don't quote me on that.
Like McClunky?
in
That's not dumb.
the Jedi
Here, it's
Apprentice
very
books,
profound.
in the Jedi Apprentice books, one of Obi-Wan's like best friends is a female Mon Calamari.
Tom just pointed out that Wookiees love their kids too much to let a bunch of humans take them, which is a
That's
really
also
fair
fair.
point.
Tell
Though
that
I
to
would say a lot of
Chewbacca
people
who
on the Jedi
hasn't
Council
seen,
aren't actually human.
and tell that to Chewbacca who hasn't seen Lumpy in 12 years.
Oh my god, is Chewie a deadbeat dad?
Chewie's a
Yes!
dead.
Yeah,
That's why him and Han are such good friends.
yeah.
Deadbeat dads.
One of those awkward realizations about Star Wars.
Yeah, it sucks. Anyway, so Kiadi-Mundi exists. Hey Ash, do you want to talk about your boyfriend?
Yes.
Kristen just said I wouldn't want to see Lumpy either. That kid is ugly.
Kristen!
She's not
Oh
wrong.
my God.
She's not wrong.
Plo Koon, very hot, very good.
His voice is
In
so
that
good.
order.
His voice is James Arnold Taylor,
His
is the same guy who
voice
does
is good.
Kenobi
But
in the
it's
Clone
deep.
Wars. Yeah, he's also Dave Filoni's favorite Jedi. I don't like that particular fact about him, but
The
But it
reason
means
he's in
he
the Clone
gets
Wars so much
screen
is because of
time.
Dave Filoni. If not for Dave Filoni championing him,
Yeah.
he would
Yeah.
not be in the
No,
Clone
I-
Wars.
It means he gets screen time, which is great.
He's great because in the Clone Wars, the first one of the first episodes I remember seeing him in is where they're
Sorry, Steph's eating the fruit.
What's happening?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, but you're just eating it like that.
Steph is eating the peel, Ben.
That's just
Oh
how
my
you
god.
eat a mandarin.
Oh no.
It's a lemon.
That's worse.
But that's not better.
That's not a
It's
lemon. What
refreshing.
is
It's
that?
like lemonade straight from the fruit.
Oh boy,
But-
I love Rogue Podron.
Sorry, Ash. Keep talking about Plo Koon.
There's an episode in the Clone Wars where him and his squadron, the Wolf Pack,
Nice.
I love the Wolfpack.
gets stranded out in space, and Plo Koon is basically like, they're like, hey, just, we're expendable, so don't worry about us too much. The clones are. And Plo Koon is like, no, you're not. You're absolutely not expendable. And then later in the Clone Wars, there's a ship, and on that ship, there's a little like graffiti that the clones put on it. And if you look at it in Arabic, it says "Plos Bros."
It's so cute. So after watching the Clone Wars for like the first time, and then watching Revenge of the Sith, when the Wolfpack killed Plo Koon, I just started crying.
That
It
sucks.
upset me so much.
They
I have
were
a feeling that like
bros.
Plo Koon's like relationship with the clones is probably one of the reasons that Wolf ends up being one of the clones without the chip later on.
Yeah.
Was he
in
one of the
Rebels.
wolf pack?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
he
was
was
in
the
the Wolfpack.
leader. He was the general, commander. Yeah, commander.
Yeah. So
Do you
yeah,
think?
and then he takes in Ahsoka. He's the one who finds Ahsoka.
Do you think that after each battle they all go oh
I
like
hope so.
together?
Oh, they definitely
As
do.
the wolf pack?
Also, yeah, he kind of is like Ahsoka's kind of father figure before anyone else's because he took Ahsoka in for the clones. I mean, for the Jedi, and also like took care of her as she grew up.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Plo Koon is just a great Jedi.
Ash, this is the question I had earlier, and this is a terrible question that Dinner had when he was here over the weekend. But do you think he has one of the mask things over his junk too? Like, like do the curtains match the drapes?
So he
Does the
can
carpet? Does the
breathe.
carpet match? Yeah.
Or is his junk located right here, and that's why the mask is up there?
The
'Cause
mask
it's a
is so
cover
he
to
can
show-
breathe. It's so he can. It's because Keldor.
That doesn't mean that his junk is safe in this
Please?
atmosphere.
Keldor are either a semi-aquatic species or they live on a planet with a much different like air.
Ash, I feel like you're
composition.
avoiding the question.
Yeah.
No!
This is not actually.
I feel like you're
answering my
filibustering
question.
right now.
The answer is no. I'm gonna speak.
The
For
answer
accurate,
is
no.
no.
Is that canon?
We gotta find. Do you think I could text Dave Filoni and he'll tell me?
I can't believe
You
you
have
still have his
Dave Filoni's
number.
number and you didn't
Can't
tell
believe he
us.
hasn't blocked you yet.
Every so often, I'm just like, "Is this the world between worlds?" Listen, maybe his junk needs to be in water the entire time too. Like you don't know.
No. Do not put that energy out into the world.
I'm putting it out into the world.
Do not.
Absolutely yes.
Put it
It's
out
already
there.
out. It's already out
You-
there.
Keep putting it out there.
I just got a flashback to some horrific fanfics I read when I was 12 and didn't know any better. Okay.
Oh, you want to talk about horrific Star Wars fan fiction when you were 12?
Different episode. That's a different episode. We don't have time for that.
It's not
Can't
about
remember.
these
This
Jedi
is gonna
anyway.
bother me though.
gosh.
It's either because Keldor are semi-aquatic or they live on a planet where they have a different like air.
Isn't there some shit
composition.
like their planet's taken over by like methane or some shit? Or am I thinking of Halo again?
Austin says it's close junk.
in order to survive in oxygen-rich environments, they were required to wear specialized breath masks that covered their eyes and nostrils. A notable Keldor was Jedi Master Plo Koon.
Yeah, there we go.
I didn't
Just like
hear
that.
whatever it was you said, so I'm just gonna ignore it.
Don't worry about it. You would just say
Good
that
plan.
you wouldn't
Good plan.
appreciate the energy that it's putting out into the room. All right, Meg's gone.
Oh my god.
Austin, you get the prize for tonight. You killed Meg.
I'm just imagining like we're gonna have an intimate evening and like he takes off his robes and then I just look at his junk and I'm like, is that the world between worlds?
And you hear all the voices of all the old Jedi Masters. And then an owl comes and perches on top.
I don't like the owl's watching. Oh boy. Anyway.
She's just giving up on us.
Just looking like that.
Ash just like you're muted. Anyway,
We did to Ash.
Yaddle, we had a whole episode about Yaddle. But Yaddle is a queen. She is 100% that bitch below. She's the greatest. Her hair could be better, but like, whose couldn't?
Her hair could be not a wig, but you know.
I mean, some people need to wear wigs. Like, it's just what happens. But we all love Yaddle. We stan Yaddle to the end of time. She's perfect. And she's a bloodbender.
We did a whole episode on Yaddle. Go
Yeah.
listen to it.
And you were a great rogue leader for that episode.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's a topic I'm passionate about.
It is a topic you're very passionate about. Oh boy. Do you want to talk about another topic you're passionate about? It's Uriel Poof.
Oh,
So Uriel Poof is a celebrated diplomat and teacher. He is an expert at Jedi mind tricks and illusions, which is that why his last name is Poof?
might be.
A little on the nose, but then again, what isn't?
Yeah, but
Not
so
like
is,
he has one.
so is Robert backwards. So he supposedly died on a mission pre-Battle of Geonosis, but it's also said that he's known to play tricks on the other Jedi. So could he be secretly alive?
The
Yes.
greatest trick of all time.
Yeah.
Another thing that actually goes along with this from the book is that they have 2 pairs of arms, the second of which is often kept concealed beneath garments. The better to play tricks on you, I suppose.
His secret second pair.
Right. Like, where? Just keeps them hidden all the time.
Under the rock. That's so. My favorite thing about Star Wars is that literally anyone could take an alien species. Anyone. You could take anyone from Star Wars. You could be like, Obi-Wan secretly has 3 more arms, but they're hidden under his robes at all times. And we would not be able to tell you you're wrong.
Because as much as we ask for it, we will never get a naked Obi-Wan scene.
We will
Right.
not.
So how can we
We
confirm?
will not.
We'll probably get a shirtless scene in the new one, I would imagine,
Oh,
right?
really?
You,
I think they're going that direction with it?
I think because Deborah Chow is the director.
Yeah,
Help
and-
us, Deborah
I mean,
Chow,
if
you're
I
our
didn't see
holy
no
hope.
gays. Oh my god,
Who does-
please give me shirtless Obi-Wan.
Who doesn't want to see like a hot, sweaty Obi-Wan?
Odie,
Dad,
Odie
if you're
mentioned,
watching,
of
I'm
course,
so
the
sorry.
tentacles in the legs.
I'm a little indifferent on the
Okay,
on the
Look,
this
subject.
isn't-
it's all
this isn't
fan
for
service,
you.
just particularly for me and also Elaine.
Oh, bless Elaine. She thirsts for Obi-Wan so much.
Me and her connect over this Obi-Wan love.
Are we talking about the tentacles?
Daniel
in the
Gray
movie?
says, does Uriel Poof then also have 4 arms on each of his forearms?
No, we're
Ugh.
not bring this back.
This is Dinner's fault.
Yariel Puth has 3 extra necks, but they're just retractable.
Oh my god. Do they all come out of the same place? Oh no.
Fractal Yariel Poof.
But it's just necks.
The
It's
worst
just
idea I've ever
necks.
heard in my
It's
life.
just neck. It's neck after neck after neck.
He's like the Hydra. You cut his head off and he grows 2 more.
I love that.
The greatest trick he ever pulled.
I actually really love that.
And every
fact, he's
time it
got,
happens,
like,
it goes,
Fucking
poof.
9 necks. Wait,
Right.
9 is not a multiple of 2.
Austin said
Yeah,
he's
but
the
if you
freaking...
cut 1, it becomes 2. If you cut 1, it becomes, then you have
Oh, that's a
3,
good point.
right?
Yeah.
And then you could get to 9, I think. You could do it.
Austin said he's the
Wait,
freaking
okay.
Hydra, so anytime you cut off a Yariel Poof neck, 2 more grow in its place.
So many.
And it goes poof every time.
That's it.
That is too many necks.
Hail Yariel is my favorite alternate universe version of Hail Caesar, the movie.
A rom-com with Yariel.
I watch it. I don't 100% watch it.
Of course. But it's just Uriel Poof with his other second neck.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's self-cis, Danny.
It's self
We're not bringing that shit. This is a real
Self-cessed,
world.
is that what you said?
Self-cessed is a fan fiction term, Danny.
Gotcha.
Oh, just call it.
It's a real thing.
Is that like when? Nope, that's a My Little Pony pick.
It
That's for our
was
other
a big
episode.
thing in the Kingdom Hearts fandom for obvious reasons.
Okay, that makes sense. He also, in addition to the secret pair of arms, he also has two brains, and one of them is in the chest.
That's normal.
Like he would also need 2 hearts just to pump all the blood up his neck.
Right.
Well,
but
one of
he's-
them is in
and
his head, so that it pumps the blood
maybe-
down from his.
Maybe every now and then, he has to actually just like kind of just start doing that upside down to get the blood back up into his brain. And so every now and then he'll just
Oh
like
my god! I
stand
want
up
one
during the
scene
meeting
in
and
the
just kind
Phantom
of like
Menace in the background. Staff's acting it out. Okay.
the reason he's swaying is to try and keep the blood moving.
He's got to keep the.
Oh, that's
blood
what it
moving.
is. That's why the sway.
He just hangs upside down constantly, like
That's how he
Spider-Man.
sleeps.
Oh, they
Yeah.
sleep upside down.
And then when
Brilliant.
when any Jedi needs to have a meeting with him, they have to do it while he's hanging upside down on a
Yeah.
bar.
He's hanging upside down and swaying, and they are very uncomfortable. He also has, despite how much neck he has no spine. They are a spineless race. How do you not have a spine but that much neck? It's all muscle. It's all muscle. Muscle all the way down.
It's a good
This
net.
is an intense species.
It's
They have 4 arms but no spine.
forearms, infinite necks, 2 brains, no spine. How? How does this creature exist?
Jason spineless, he should be a senator.
That's good.
He's not wrong.
That's good.
Okay, but say that to Bail Organa's face.
Bail Organa is the only senator with a spine.
The only good senator.
To be fair, I think Jay was making a Republican senator joke and not an in-universe
That's
Star
fair.
Wars joke.
Listen, we are in universe right now.
Right, we are not out in that other world right now.
We are not. We are in the world between worlds right now. Yikes. Yeah, it's all muscle. So Uriel Poof is magic, looks like Voldemort, has a bunch of secret body parts.
And he is
It's not to love.
very
And he
strong.
likes tricks, and he goes poof.
He's mischievous.
This is like such an exciting Jedi Master.
And to think so many of us didn't truly appreciate him, like, until like a rewatch down the line. And his neck was there the entire time.
It just goes to show every Star Wars movie has things to appreciate about it.
It's true.
Maybe we should rewatch Solo sometime.
There's always new things.
That's a stretch, Danny. It's a stretch. Just like Uriel Poof's neck.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm gonna ignore that chat. And so is there any other Jedi besides Kit Fisto that we failed to mention?
Maybe, but if they're not coming to, we talked about all the ones I care about, so
Great. That's really
yeah, that's all. I'm the one who loves the Jedi that much. If I don't remember them, they don't care. They don't matter.
Right. So the best for last, my boy Kit Fisto. Like I said, #1 smile in the galaxy.
The best smile in the entire galaxy.
Oh my god, so good. And in like every form. Like great smile in live action, great smile in the Clone Wars like CG, great smile in the Clone Wars micro series. Just great all
All
around.
around great smile.
Yeah,
Good
just-
boy.
Yep. He's described as more of laid back of the Jedi.
Tom, we are not bringing Dooku and Cypher into this, okay?
No.
You don't need me going off on them again.
We had a whole episode.
There's an episode for that too.
I've talked enough about Cypher for one lifetime, I think.
Also, Sidious was never on the Jedi Council, so it doesn't really count.
And he's more laid back, but he does have intense focus when he gets down to business. Mace Windu also said that he was one of the best Jedi with a lightsaber, but he's also great at hand-to-hand combat and could also waterbend with the Force. So pretty impressive. Great
Sorry,
resume.
did you say waterbend?
Waterbend, yeah.
Yeah.
It talks about him being able to like use water to like move water as a tool with the Force.
I've never thought about how
And that makes
with the
sense,
Force you
honestly.
could do water bending, earth bending.
Yes.
Can you do air bending with the Force?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire bending would be the hardest one,
I guess
probably.
Yeah.
I think the Force is the Force, though.
Like something would already have to be on fire. Like you'd already have to have like a water source, but that's inherent in Korra. But anyway, Kephisto, great. He also has his 13 tentacle tresses that can detect chemicals.
Sure.
And part of their
That's so cool.
language uses pheromones, which I guess why the chemicals matter, to communicate complex ideas, including map coordinates, without speaking.
So fucking cool.
It's so cool. It's so cool. And although he is one of the Jedi that goes with Mace Windu to confront Papa Palpatine, and he does go out of the window, he doesn't actually get like impaled or anything by Palpatine's lightsaber. And so I think he was thrown out the window, but like safely landed, like forced himself into like another platform or into like another room, like through the window. And then when Mace was thrown out, Kit Fisto was able to catch him with the Force and drag him in.
And then now those two are secret undercover.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. So yeah,
I love
those
that.
those are the Jedi.
Some good Jedi in there.
Hello.
Some not good Jedi in there.
Yeah, there's some not
They're
good
good Jedi,
but
Brent.
There's some great Jedi.
They are
Some
good
Jedi in there I'm still convinced are fake.
Honestly, like I could easily make up a Jedi and none of you would know I was lying.
No.
It's very true. It's very true.
I'm too lazy to, but I absolutely could.
So this is the time, friends, to put your answer to the listener question of who you think the sexiest Jedi is and why into the chat. And again, please limit to Jedi we see in the prequel movies, not just some rando Jedi in the comics that I will not know who they are.
Limited to Jedi that Meg knows by name.
Yeah.
Right, while you're doing that, I'm
Aw.
gonna run to the restroom real quick.
Yes. Yes.
But if you want to know another Jedi, if you want to do that and then also add a very obscure Jedi just for me.
For Saf, yeah. Okay, no one is doing the and why part, so...
Oh, yeah, you've also got to say and
Try
why.
again. Wait, there's a
Wait,
tree
it's gonna wait 30
Jedi?
seconds for them to...
Ood
This is
Banar?
fake.
There is a tree Jedi.
No,
yeah.
Urbanar is
I'm looking it
real.
up. Ood Banar.
This is Nomi's Sunrider erasure. Yes, that's true. Because that's old-timey Jedi.
Wait, is that a tree or an octopus?
It's
Oh.
a tree.
It's Roots.
Oh, the roots. Okay.
It's Groot. That's Groot.
I am Ood Banar.
Prequels.
Okay,
Prequels, friends.
So I do have like obviously Obi-Wan. I'm gonna also have I'm gonna have an obscure. I'm gonna bring up her name. Chasant is my obscure Jedi love of my life. She goes out trying to stop Maul before he becomes an issue before the Phantom Menace.
Dinner
Yeah.
park.
She and Lorne Pavan kind of like have feelings for each other. Then she dies, getting Pavan to Palpatine, so Pavan can tell Palpatine about the threat of Darth Maul. He gets to Palpatine. Palpatine's wow, thank you for telling me. Did you tell anyone else? He's like, no, and Palpatine's like, good, and kills him.
That's
Anyways,
bad.
Dasha Asant is I love her so much.
I feel
Wow.
like just to spite us, people are only listing obscure Jedi that we have not mentioned in this episode before.
Or just not responding at all, people in the chat. Like, why are you quiet
Oh,
now?
It's pretty funny. We should probably talk about that. It's pretty
A
funny
Jedi
how
that
all of our
Meg
fans
knows.
like Star Wars more than we do. What's up
Yeah.
with that? Why do you listen to
Okay,
us?
there we go.
Because
Infus-
clearly,
Infus? Clearly, you don't listen to us.
Yeah.
All right. We have some answers in
Yeah.
here. Nikanas Tasu, I'm probably not saying that right.
Yeah.
This is from Tom the Fanboy. He gives Anakin his lightsaber on Geonosis, and he looks like if Bail Organa was hipster trash.
I could see that. I could see that. I don't know who you're talking about. But
You're just down with the concept of Bail Organa as hipster trash.
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, who among us?
Right. Like Bail Organa as blank. Great.
Tom the Fanboy. If they hadn't been cut, my answer would have been a 5-way tie between the members of NSYNC.
Remember when NSYNC was supposed to be in Attack of the Clones?
Yes. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
It would have been so.
That's not even NSYNC.
That's Backstreet Boys, Danny.
Okay, come on.
Get your boy bands right.
Yeah, come on.
Jeff said, for Meg, my favorite is Mace because he's tired before the war even begins and cares more about results than tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Liam says Luminara
Mace is
because
good.
hot Yuri Allen. Is that how you say that?
Also fair. She's beautiful.
She's
Yeah.
beautiful. Ben Newton says it's got to be Ayla Secura for the French accent, honestly.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right.
fair
Learned a
enough.
little bit about Ben Newton just then.
My one thing with Ayla Secura that I still don't understand is like, why does she have a Twi'lek accent if she didn't grow up on Ryloth?
Nature versus nurture.
But Hera doesn't have a Twi'lek accent.
I mean, I still have a fucking American accent that kicks down, like not living.
Bye, Saf. your connection's getting bad.
Oh god.
Real bad.
Why is this happening?
Because we're doing a live show. That's why.
Give me one moment. I'm just gonna switch.
That is why.
Jeff also said, also for Meg, I think mine would be Eno Cordova from Jedi Fallen Order, because he's an archaeologist who loves droids, and he's played by Master Bratek, or I mean, Tony Amendola.
Oh, Master Braytak from Stargate
Braytak.
SG-1. That sounds like Jedi Daniel Jackson voiced by Master Braytak, which is great. That is such a dinner leader answer. Absolutely.
Retro Raven said, I'm tossed between Ayla Secura because I really enjoyed that episode of her and Ahsoka with the Lemur people.
Okay, that was a good one.
I do like the lemur people.
the Lerman.
Right,
Is that
the
what they're
Lerman.
actually called?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, creative.
Right, like sometimes Star Wars is super creative.
Kind of like Tigris.
Yeah, sometimes
Whale dons.
Well done.
sometimes Star Wars is super creative, like Jart, and then at other times they're like Tigris.
Wait, your example of the pinnacle of creativity in Star Wars
Jart.
is Jart?
I love Jart, okay?
And your
Jar
bad example
Jawa.
is Tigris, who is not actually a tiger.
Not a tiger.
Oh, Tigris was definitely a tiger.
Not a tiger.
Mm, we can agree to disagree.
No.
What else do we have in here? Liam said Kit Fisto because hot and Tolan.
Yep.
I like how Liam always just gets right to the point.
Yeah.
Austin said Roran Korab, the Ithorian Jedi. Is that real?
Hold up.
Yes.
Real. A male Ithorian Jedi
Who
that
now?
protected Supreme Chancellor Sheev Palpatine from Separatist General Grievous when Grievous stormed Galactic City in an attempt to kidnap Palpatine during the Battle of Coruscant.
Yes. Yeah. He was in the micro series, I remember.
Oh yeah, there's some cool.
Lauren Korab.
He looked badass animated.
Well, Korra backwards is Bora.
Oh, from the Clone Wars micro series.
Now I have to like look at every Star Wars name and see if it spells something backwards.
Yeah,
Because
I've been
like,
doing that with everything.
I don't trust them.
Oh my god.
Dylan's response is very good.
Where's Dylan's response?
It's right under Austin's.
Yep, I'm obligated to think only one person in Star Wars is attractive, and he is not a Jedi.
True, but he could be.
Yep, that's understandable.
Yeah,
He might be.
We don't know. But definitely not like it could be force sensitive, but not a Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Obi-Wan clearly senses something in him.
It's the forearms for hugging.
He senses that beautiful friendship.
Oh, such
Obi-Wan's
beautiful
just
friends.
a little touch starved, you know?
Yeah.
And he just wants big Dexter Jester hugs.
Yes.
I mean, who among us?
Because like people keep dying in Obi-Wan's arms, and like for once he would just like to be the one who is held.
Oh my god, that took such a dark twist. I love it though.
I'm not wrong.
Oh no. Oh.
He's like,
She's
can
not
somebody
wrong.
hold me or
Right.
let me hold them without them dying?
Right, like I need to be held for once. For once. Because Qui-Gon's all like, he's the chosen one before he dies, rather than being like, Obi-Wan, I'm proud of you. Fucking Qui-Gon. Anyway. Keep going, Heath.
Emma, I missed this one, said, gun to the head if you can't see the twins, then Obi-Wan. Messy, flawed man trying his best.
It's true.
Yep. Big same.
It's a good answer. You can't go wrong with Obi-Wan.
Can't go wrong with Obi-Wan.
Malai says Revan is the sexiest.
Revan, only if it's girl Revan. If it's boy Revan, you can get out of here.
I mean, I think that's kind of the nice thing about Revan is you can make Revan look like whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
So, like, yeah, Revan is the sexiest.
I was about to go put on my Revan mask, which I thought was within reaching distance, but it was not.
Oh.
So
Aw.
you don't get to experience that.
My only thing within reaching distance is my Gimli helmet, and that doesn't work here.
You have a Gimli helmet? Put
I have
it
a
on.
Gimli helmet. My friend made it for me.
Put it on.
Give me a moment.
And we need to hear a Gimli impression.
I do not. Oh, there's a spider in here. Hello, buddy.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Just New Zealand things.
Not okay.
Oh no, that didn't go where I wanted.
The real Revan is the avatar we made along the way. You are
Oh, boy.
correct, Odie.
Oh, I'm wearing headphones. Oh well.
Oh my
Here we
god,
go.
it's amazing.
Get your screen grabs, everybody.
And my axe.
And
I love it.
axe. There we go.
Thank you.
Retro Raven has another response in here. For a more well-known answer, Kit Fisto, because I love his grin and I love his race. He was so awesome in the Clone Wars.
Nautilans
That's
are
true.
really cool.
Jay says, my favorite Jedi is Darth Vader because I'm a terrible person.
Well, at least we could agree on part of that statement.
Yeah, we can.
Sasha says, I'm going to have to go with Ahsoka Tano because I can't find it right now, but there's a picture of her somewhere with super buff arms and I'm gay.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well said.
Love it. Yeah, Ahsoka has great arms in like every iteration.
Abby says, why is New Zealand? Because of the spider.
I don't know.
Think I got all of them.
Speak now, people in the chat, or forever hold your peace. I guess.
Yeah, if I missed it, just type it back in so it's at the bottom and I know to read it.
Thank you, Daniel Gay. See, there's a reason why Daniel Gay is my favorite, and it's
Yeah.
not because of the fantastic name. But Daniel said, is Jay's favorite Jedi Anakin Skywalker Darth Vader or Natalie Portman Darth Vader?
I love it.
And
Natalie
of course,
Portman,
the
Darth
answer is
Vader.
Natalie Portman Darth Vader.
Yeah, Natalie Portman,
Yeah.
Darth Vader, best. There are some other great just comments in the chat of Daniel. Again, Daniel Gay said, "Can't argue with Kit Fisto smile." Correct. Dylan says, "Thank you for giving me twin sons emotions and Dexter Jetster emotions in the same sentence." You're welcome.
Yeah, we really
I am-
just like hit
I am-
all of Dylan's.
I am good at giving emotions. Jay asked if Dex has hidden arms, which I don't know the answer to that question, but I think that's being really greedy. If you already have 4 and you have more of those.
Yes, the classic law of Star Wars that you get to personally determine how many arms you're born with.
Yeah.
Unfair.
Yeah. Tom the fanboy said Yariel Poof Revan. That's
I do want to see Yariel Puth with the Revan mask.
but it'd
I
be
would
so
like to see
funny
it.
because it's like the
would
mask
like
and
to see
then
it.
all of the neck.
How would
everyone
you
being
get it
wow,
on?
who is Revan?
Right. I wonder who Revan's real identity is. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, Yubsy. Sorry, Heath, I just took this from you.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Yubsy says, my favorite is Barris because Medstar was a freaking treasure, and I'm still bitter about what they did to her. Yeah.
Midstar is so good and also introduces Lompavan and I5. No, just I5. I don't think Lom's in it. I love I5 so much. But Midstar is extremely good, and if you like good Jedi content and also Barris, read Midstar. It's not canon anymore, but it might as well be.
I mean, this is not the podcast that cares about what's canon anymore.
And also, I don't think it's been like
disproven
gated by canon, so
It's not directly contradicted by anything, I think.
yeah.
Swara, of course, said Baldy Wan Kenobi. Austin said Dooku left the order because he was too sexy for it.
I mean, maybe when he was younger, yeah.
I mean, Christopher Lee, so handsome.
Yeah, he was
So
very handsome. He also left the order because it fucking betrayed Cypher, so you know.
Right, which like I get, right? But like Dooku is not that great of a character. Christopher Lee, amazing. Dooku,
I love Dooku. So
I
much.
know you do.
I
We had
know,
that
I'm
whole
just weak
episode.
for Jedi. I'm weak for tragic Jedi.
I liked his pajamas. Dooku pajamas. That was great.
Go around with Dooku pajamas.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh right, Obi-Wan was actually bald in an episode because of the Clone Wars.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a real thing that
changed-
happened, and it distressed me so
I
much.
forgot.
They like gave
was
him
very
like
distressing.
temporary. They also gave him like temporary plastic surgery, so he looked like a completely different dude.
Yeah, it was distressing, but also very good tragedy because of Anakin and Ahsoka's dynamic is just it's so
Yeah.
Kristen said Dooku can get it though, and his curved ... lightsaber.
good.
Kristen.
Well, this was fun.
Yeah. Thank you,
On that note,
listeners. You all just get glistening Kit Fistos.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Which Kit Fisto kind of by default is already glistening because he does come from he is an aquatic species or a partially aquatic species. So he's just kind of always misty, which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Saf, do you want to wrap us up?
I can do that. All right. Listeners, you can find us on Twitter at RoguePodron. You can email us at roguepodron@gmail.com. Our website is roguepodron.com, which now has an episode guide, thanks to Danny.
Yes.
Which is very good.
Our episode guide is really great. It has our favorite episodes on it as well.
Yeah, it has our thought about for 5 seconds favorite episodes. And all of us loved the Chicago.
As with all things we've done, we thought about it for almost a full 5 seconds. So
Excuse me.
I would like to thank Lucasfilm and ReadPop for letting us back on the stage.
Oh,
seriously,
this year.
thank you.
so
Especially
much
considering the
for
things we said
doing
about Dave Filoni and the Clone Wars and
Listen,
Star Wars in general.
listen, they're learning a hard lesson, but I'm glad that they can understand that critique is a part of fandom and a part of putting out media.
Truly.
And they can
About
learn
growth.
they can learn from
They
how
appreciate
people-
having us to balance out all of the kiss ass like fanboys on the other panels.
We can't wait to see you at the podcast stage again in 2022.
We love you,
We'll be there.
Repop, thanks.
You can
Whether you
subscribe to
invite us or not, we'll be there.
we will
we will
be there.
be there.
We just walked into the podcast room that first day.
we sure did.
True.
You can subscribe to us via your favorite podcatcher. Leave us a review and a rating on iTunes. Please. Please. Please.
We'll read them.
And if you want to know who wore it best during the swimsuit section, you can subscribe to us on Patreon at patreon.com/RoguePodron.
It's Kit Fisto.
It's Kit Fisto.
It was Kit Fisto.
Yeah, so thank you again for everybody who tuned into the live stream. It was really fun to have you here tonight and to have you interact with us and along for this really fun Anahome ride. I guess a ride
Seriously,
is,
the chat was just popping the whole time. This
Yeah.
was so
it
fun.
was.
it was really great. And for listeners who could not join us on the live stream, still thank you for listening. We love you, and we're just really glad that you listen to us and that I assume you like us if you keep listening to us. So next time on Rogue Podron, we will be starting Alphabet Squadron Book 2, Shadowfall. Now that we've had some kind of silly episodes, we're
Time
bringing
to
the
get
pain.
sad.
Get ready to
Bringing
cry.
The pain.
Oh man.
More
Oh, boy, get ready to
Alexander
cry.
Friedrin return. So get your copies ready. We will come out with a chapter guide soon. But until then, this is Rogue Podron signing off. Pash out.
Okay, you all got to pew pew with us. now.
Put pew pew cry cry, which is correct.
That's amazing.
Accurate.
Yeah.
Everyone's pew
they're all
pewing in the
pewing
chat now.
Oh, they're pewing in the
Oh,
chat.
Or yelling pash out, which is funny because that's what happened in Chicago too. If people didn't know her, then go pew pew or say pash out.
No, you say pew pew. I say pash out. Oh, pew in the chat. Jeff,
Foster
I
leaders
swear
are
to
Jeff.
God. I know you like
Pout.
cat girls, but like, come on.
Odie.
Oh, yep, Commander. It's me. I'm the commander.
Well, now what?
I don't know.
There are people need to leave.
Okay, bye. Get out. It's over.
It's over.
You can
Bingo.
stop the stream.
Yes. My cabbages.